We just need chat to be normal. Chat niggas. All my chat niggas.
Alright, I'm ready to spark up.
I just sparked up. Speaking of sparking up
Oh,
chat, make sure you sparking that blood on the phone them.
no chat, no cap, no
And we said
chat.
we was gonna drop posts and shit. Man, fuck all that. Fuck all that, slime. Y'all got catches. I ain't gonna bet. This shit getting gruncherous, chat. We be fucked up.
Right, chat. At least I dropped 8 posts for y'all.
Yeah, no bet. We tried. On phone them. We tried. The one time I dropped the post for the stream, we ain't stream. On phone them. Look, hey chat. It never. My bad.
Yo, that's funny as hell.
My bad. Oh, bro. But we had this bitch with that motherfucking Warren Kylie. Westside Pyru versus Bounty Hunter Bloods. War leads to 15-year-old death. Young
Damn.
boy got slime behind some shit that probably ain't had nothing to do with him, chat. So we gonna learn about this shit today. It's different.
On God. Chat, we in the stream mode. Well, not in the stream mode, but we in the live. We doing the stream. We up here.
No
Y'all
bet.
be on our ass because we don't be live enough. And y'all right. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna say y'all.
No bullshit.
I ain't gonna say y'all chasing it. Y'all right.
Nah, bro, they fucking chasing it, bro. Don't give these
They
niggas
be
no
chasing it.
leeway.
They be chasing it a little bit. Y'all be chasing it a little bit. We be
We
streaming when we can.
chasing
Say
it,
that.
bro. Say nah, chat. We be trying,
We
bro.
trolling. I know
All
we don't
troll shit
stream no
aside.
chat. We be trolling.
Yeah. Bro, do y'all homework on if I was rich enough to just give up on everything else, bro, I'd do this shit all day. On front of them. But I ain't
Oh
got it like
God.
that. I ain't
Chat,
got it
once
like
this become the main money stream,
no bet.
we gonna be streaming.
I
That's all I
swear to
can do. Once
God.
it's a main money stream, we'll be streaming.
Blow us up so niggas could quit their job.
I was about to say right now, we got a 9 to 5 though.
No bet. Right now we gotta really clock in.
Over Grinch. Make sure y'all over lighten up.
No bet. Nah, chat, we
Somebody asked
appreciate what
about
y'all
Twitch.
doing though.
Somebody asked where we be streaming at on Twitch, and it's like, Jay. I know you see the live tab on both channels. It's like it's right there.
Yeah, bro. Well,
Just scroll over a little bit. No, I'm true.
I don't
I'm not
even
doing.
stream on
Look,
Twitch. On front of them. I haven't
literally, I
streamed on
sent, bro.
Twitch
I
in
sent
like
it to.
years.
I sent it though, but I'm like,
Hey,
we stream here
well,
on YouTube, gang.
yeah, we a
But
YouTube,
chat, as
we
y'all can
YouTube
see,
streamers.
we getting in these Warren Cali, these Cali
No
documentary
bet.
type.
Chat, I gotta stop saying Kylie. I don't know why. That shit just slide up. That shit just slide better sometimes.
Cali,
Yeah. But it's Kelly.
that might be the Baltimorean in the second.
Hey, chat. Nah, let's get into it though. Love you, chat. Make sure y'all got that blood. Make sure y'all tap down. Let's go.
No cap.
Welcome
Warren
back to
Kylie.
another episode of Warren
West
Cali.
Side
In this
Pyru.
episode, I will
Bounty on the
detail a
block.
story where a 15-year-old was murdered. On the
The
afternoon of June
Roosters.
15th,
Make sure this shit
2007,
turned up enough.
Ish and several of her friends were attending a graduation at Centennial High School in Compton, where she was a student at.
Yo, Gmail is
Leaving the
so
campus,
loud, bro.
one
I
of
was
Ish's
just so
friends named
quiet
Don
compared to
Shay
Gmail.
got into an argument with two other girls, which were Angela and her friend Lakeisha. Angela challenged Don Shay to a fight in the middle of Central Avenue. Instead of fighting,
Damn.
Ish and her friends walked to a nearby bus stop on El Segundo Boulevard and Central Avenue. They walked and waited for the bus. They were intending to return home to the Nickerson Gardens, where they lived. A group of several teenage boys joined the girls at the bus stop. Some of the boys in the group were affiliated with the Bounty Hunter Blood Gang from the Nickerson Garden Projects. Devon Harris, also known as Poo Poo, was a part of the boys' group. At the Golden Bird Chicken across the street from the bus stop was a group of boys from the Westside Pyru gang. Some of the boys at the bus stop said Nickerson Garden and
Shit,
Bounty Hunter
is that
Blood.
Cluck and
In
Bell from
response,
GTA?
Westside
On photo, is
Pyru
that
made
Cluck
Oh
and
several
Bell
God, I
from
think it
GTA?
is.
Yo,
Oh
I ain't
dear,
know
dear,
that
I think
joint had
so.
a real, you know what I mean? I
I
thought
think
that
all
shit
them
was like
Jones
a,
got real life like mirrors. I think all them Jones got
yo,
real
that's
life mirrors.
crazy, bro.
Bro.
I'm thinking
I be
like,
watching people. I be watching people like play their John. They be like, "Oh, the people from LA play the John." Like, and they be like, "Oh, I know this place. They really got this restaurant right here. I've been here." Blah, blah, blah. It be
yo,
like shit
that
like that.
shit crazy.
Oh, what's
That
good,
shit
Navy?
crazy. Yo, what's up,
You see me
Navy?
over in the We cool. And this probably won't make a vid. These probably won't make YouTube vids, but this is gonna be a live stream. Like we just want to give y'all a live.
Hell yeah. So we just gonna do some hood docs right now, chat. We just bulling.
Facts
Not
getting
bulling,
lower.
we coolin'. My fault, chat.
Nah, chat, it's a force of habit. I be saying, BD, not a BD chat. Never been a black disciple in my life.
Chat, do y'all homework on sometimes it that ass just be like fucking watching
Enterprise Park.
motherfuckers, bro.
At this point, the
Oh my
Westside
God.
Pyrus and the Bounty Hunter Bloods had tension for several years, and it led to several fights and altercations over the years between the two. Ish and the others at the bus stop took the bus to Central and 114th Street, where they exited and walked on 114th Street toward the Nickerson Garden housing projects. Most of the boys walked ahead, while some of the girls and some of the boys, including Devon, walked behind. As she was walking, Ish saw Tahoe, which she saw earlier at Goldenberg Chicken, coming to a screeching halt on 114th Street. She saw a boy named Derek, whom she known as Deuce, from seeing him around
Chat, am I bugging her? This shit mad quiet. Like it's mad.
That's been mad quiet. I had to turn it up to 163%, bro.
Centennial High School.
Yeah,
He was
that's
seated in the front
right.
passenger seat of the Tahoe. Derek pointed the gun at Ish's group and fired 8 or 9 shots. Devon was struck by a single bullet in the head, and he died. Devon was only a high school sophomore and only 15 years old. For the next few days, Devon lay brain dead on a ventilator.
That's some goofy shit. Did they shoot them kids by a bus stop?
No, I think they was walking away from the bus stop, ain't it? Or did they shoot him at the bus stop? Oh shit, they might have shot him at the bus stop. Hell yeah. Damn.
As she was walking, Ish saw Tahoe, which she saw earlier at Goldenberg Chicken, coming to a screeching halt on 114th Street. She saw a boy named Derek, whom she known as Deuce, from seeing him around Centennial High School. He was seated in the front passenger seat of the Tahoe. Derek pointed the gun at Ish's group and fired 8 or 9 shots. Devon was struck by a single bullet in the head, and he died. Devon was only a high school sophomore and only 15 years old. For the next few days, Devon lay brain dead on a ventilator. His body was swollen by fluids, and he was kept alive long enough to donate 6 of his organs to 6 people. Devon was taken off life support on June 17th.
It's like putting up Jordan numbers.
2007.
Okay.
Devon's parents held a candlelight at UCLA Harbor Medical Center where he was hospitalized. Friends, family, and several teachers came out to support him.
That's fucked up though.
On June 20th, 2007.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
A week
Like,
after the
really fucked up, chat.
Mm.
I ain't gonna
Imagine
lie.
you see the car pull up and you see them drop that window.
Yeah. Like, chat. Living in Baltimore, right? It's kind of like this. You could be walking somewhere and shots start flying out of nowhere type shit, right? It happens in a lot of cities like that. But usually out here, they want you slime, so I ain't going back. Like,
I ain't gonna lie, out here, a lot of niggas run track. A lot of niggas like to walk shit
that's
down.
true.
Like, I'm not even
Yeah,
trying to
like,
overgas
nigga-
it. A lot of niggas, it's not a lot of drive-bys.
Yeah, niggas don't like
I'ma
hop
be
out of
so honest.
cars and shit. Niggas don't be like, I mean, some niggas do hop out of cars, but like most niggas out here don't even got cars. So like,
Facts.
niggas,
It's a
hopping
lot
out the
of
bus
chilling at
stop
niggas'
chasing.
cribs.
You feel me? Like,
It's a lot of camping out. It's a lot of bus stops. It's a lot of niggas catch Ubers on it to it.
no
Ain't gonna
bullshit.
lie.
Baltimore is a
Niggas
crazy
catch
place.
Ubers to hit.
Like, niggas be moving over hot, bro. Niggas don't even leave. Niggas can't even leave their phone in the crib when they do a hit. Niggas be having
Don't
to
see it, hey.
somewhere.
I pray you ain't into it when niggas don't see a nigga outside of Sedan.
No bad. No bad. They get gruncherous out here. Yo, this city fucked.
Of Devon, Los Angeles police detectives arrested Derek and his sister Angela at their grandmother's house and transported them to the police station. The detectives first questioned Angela separately, then permitted her to speak to Derek alone. Then they questioned Derek separately, after which they allowed Derek to speak to Angela, then his aunts. When interviewed separately, Angela said that on the afternoon of the shooting, after the graduation ceremony at Centennial High School, Angela and a friend named Lakeisha argued with a girl from the Nickerson Garden Projects named Don Shay. Angela said at the bus stop on one side of the street were members of the Bounty Hunter Blood Gang from the Nickerson Garden Housing Projects. Across the street, at the Goldenberg Chicken Spot, were members of the Westside Pyrus. Angela lived in the area, and so did Lakeisha. Angela said that
Some
Lakeisha
niggas
was from the
overly
Westside
having a
Power
staring
Rulers as well,
contest.
but
No
Angela
bet.
said herself that she didn't bang. Angela said Lakeisha walked into the middle of the street. The bounty hunters began.
See, shit like this is when gangbanging start getting too complicated. These niggas beefing and they got on 2 different shades of red, bro. like, come on, bro.
Okay.
This shit get ridiculous, man.
Taking off their shirts
Hey,
to
really
fight.
be like that.
One bounty hunter named Mike was doing all
On
the
the
talking,
same
Angela
block,
said.
though. You walk
Angela
across
said
the
that
street,
Mike
you
from
in
Bounty
the
Hunter
opposite.
said that his homegirl from Nickerson Gardens,
That's
meaning Don
crazy.
Shay, was going to fight Lakeisha, and that if she fought, he was fighting as well. He challenged the Westside Power Rules to fight at Enterprise Park. The Westside Power Rules were down to fight. but
Like,
the fight
chap,
didn't
that's
happen,
low key
and
how
the
it be
bounty
over
hunters
here,
and the
but
others
y'all
from the Nickerson
literally
Gardens
share
got
the
on the
same territory.
Yeah.
Like, we be a block over. Like we
no
share the same
bullshit.
corners.
Niggas, it
Like
be
the
like
corner
a
store
car-
right here may
Yeah.
be both hood corner store. Like it may be our hood
Yeah.
right here and then your hood.
No
If your hood
bullshit.
got a corner store, I ain't even gonna lie, that's both y'all corner store. Y'all share that corner store.
Check, no,
Y'all
that's
shit,
how my
y'all
block
should
was
be on the
built.
same block.
Yeah.
Y'all up right here, niggas cool right here.
No bad. Mind you, never lie, bro. I swear,
What?
up the block, bro. Up the block. It's a BP right there. Wallahi to the ding. It's a BP right there. It's
Oh God,
that joint on one side, and then there's a corner store on the other side. 2 different blocks, but the corner stores is connected, bro. It's dead ass back to back.
damn,
And I think the niggas who run both. I ain't gonna lie. I think them run both of them bitches.
damn, that's a good business.
Yeah, I ain't going bad, but
That nigga getting to his bread.
no bad. And it's 3 joints right there, bro. It's 2 corner stores and a liquor store right there. It's like
Bro.
4 different blocks right there. It's a big ass intersection. And it's just like a middle ground going up and down Liberty Heights, bro.
Yo, on God, bro.
So everybody gotta go over there.
On God, that's how it gets so trenches. Jay Hilfiger, what's good, gangster? We just listening to some Cali war stories and yapping and talking about trench living.
No bad.
The usual negrosity, high, the normal.
No bad, chat. Just come through and vibe, but we're not doing no
Good
songs,
vibes.
bro. We're not recording.
Yeah, no
bro.
song requests, just good
We
vibes,
lay
just
out,
chilling.
though.
bus and left. Angela said the Westside Parus attempted to leave in their cars, but police who had received a call that the Westside Parus were going to shoot up the graduation detained them all.
The
Angela saw her
graduation?
brother Derek on the street near the
Motherfucker.
Goldenberg Chicken.
Niggas
A
gonna shoot
Westside
the
Power
crazy.
member named Jason drove his Tahoe out the Goldenberg Chicken parking lot.
Hey, get like
That's
that. Is that Mozzie?
He said, "Do you want to ride to the hood?" Derek said, "Yeah," and got in the front passenger seat. Jason made a U-turn and followed in the direction of the bus. Later that evening, Angela heard that Derek had killed Devon, whom she knew as Poo Poo.
Damn.
Still later, Angela was sitting in the car with some of her friends when Derek arrived. Derek told them that he had killed Devon. Angela said he said that he and another Paru named Jason followed the bus and watched after people got off. The people from the bus were walking in the alley towards the Nickerson Gardens. They then drove in the alley. When interviewed, Derek said Devon walked towards the car. Some of the others had their hands on their waist like they had guns. Believing he was about to be shot, Derek said he fired first. Derek said he was trying to hit Mike from Bounty Hunters, and also another Bounty Hunter member named 211, but Mike ducked and Devon was shot. Derek, who was 16, said he shot the wrong boy. Derek told Angela that he was drunk and high, and that his friend already had the gun in the car. Once alone together, Derek said that he messed up and was facing fucking life for Angela. Angela said that she was on probation and was not going down for whatever Derek dumbass did. She said that she had told the truth and was going home. She urged Derek to tell the truth. As she was leaving the room, Derek told her to tell everyone that he loved them. When Derek was questioned alone, he said that on the afternoon of the shooting, he was at his grandmother's house when he received a call saying that
Hold
Angela
on, this
was about
nigga
to fight
Jay
with the
Hilfiger
Project
just
Boys.
gave a W,
After
John,
receiving
a
the
W
call,
suggestion.
Derek walked to the area around Centennial High School after
Muddy
he got his
said
gun.
next stream should be Muddy said next stream should be a reaction to Hood Politics and American Confidential. Them is great channels. American Confidential, especially that nigga fire. Not Chicago Scene 88 because of the AI voice. Yeah, Chicago Scene 88. He be having cool videos.
Wait,
Them
what'd he
bitches
say?
be long as shit, but
Marlon
that voice
really
be
type
annoying.
YouTube. This nigga on his B-Loop.
Hey, yeah.
Hold
This
on.
nigga always be loose.
Hey, fuck.
Hey, yeah.
What did he say though? He said hood politics.
Yep, and American Confidential. I know American Confidential usually do like Philly shit. His channel fire. I fuck
Yeah,
with
I heard of
that.
both of these. I think I watched some of the content.
I
Yeah.
watched some of both of these. Yeah.
Oh, they got the FS the Bender story. Yeah, we low key need the FS the Bender joint because Shorty be wild.
Oh God, cause Shorty be talking crazy stupid.
Shorty be talking shit. That shit ridiculous.
I'm like, face of that hand with this one. I just.
All
I ain't
right,
gonna
we gonna
lie.
finish this joint out and then we gonna get into them chat.
Yeah,
When he
with that.
arrived,
Definitely,
a group of his
John, bro.
friends were
Appreciate you.
exchanging words with another group
Looks,
across
man.
the street at a bus stop. The other group got on the bus and said that they were coming back. One of Derek's friends, who he refused to identify, picked him up in his car. Then they drove to the Nickerson
Player
Gardens.
politics fire
Derek
on
said he
God
did not
damn it.
intend to shoot anyone and just wanted to see what the other group was going to do. Derek saw the group get off the bus, and him and his friend drove down the alley. His friend was playing music loud. The group looked at the car, and they recognized Derek because he attended school with most of the bounty hunters. They were all holding their belts.
Dumbass, you ain't
because they
going
had
mask
guns.
up or nothing.
Derek said he thought he had to shoot this one out because it was them or it was us. Derek said
They
he
beat
didn't
that
say
kid.
nothing,
What y'all
he just
think?
reacted.
What's
He had
y'all
his gun
prediction
his
on
lap,
years?
and he cocked it. Duvon, who had played basketball with Derek in the past, walked towards the car. Derek began firing. He saw Duvon fall about 6 feet away. The crowd
Chad,
scattered,
niggas was on
and
the
some
same
people hid.
football team.
Some people continued coming towards the car, which Derek
His ass just got a gun and was scared, bro.
You gonna do a drill bait face? It wasn't even supposed to be a drill, but you just gonna ride out on niggas, shoot niggas bait face that you used to be on the same sports team with, bro.
Literally. Bro, I swear to God.
In a crowd of people, you know you're not killing everybody in the crowd.
Literally.
Somebody's gonna see. You're gonna come. That
was some stupid shit. Some pure dumb shit.
that's
Like,
a little brain dead.
that's some shit, bro. That's some shit that a nigga do when he finally get his first gun. He think he the toughest nigga in
no.
the world. Nothing could happen to him. Soon as a nigga pop froggy or he think a nigga ready pop froggy. Oh, nah.
He put up that
I'm
fire.
scared. I'ma just say I'm scared. I'ma just say I'm scared and I'ma do whatever the fuck I want right now. Nah, bro. They don't care about none of that.
That was a dumb move. I ain't gonna lie. Niggas was losing.
Literally, bro. It's a whole bunch of other people. You don't even got switchy. You ain't even dumb as
You
switchy.
don't got
ain't
switchy.
fully. You're not even dumb.
Literally, bro. You just popping shots at a crowd of people.
You gotta
You're
go
not
like
killing
this.
everybody.
You gotta go like this and aim that motherfucker, bro.
Is you John Wick?
No bullshit. Fuck. Nigga,
You're
walk
not
a
gonna get
Texas
all of them,
Ranger.
bro.
Fuck no. You not hitting no.
Like about you, like that's a bad
admitted they
joke.
had guns. Derek then emptied his clip on the crowd. They drove off. Then
Damn, he
Derek
did
ran
try to hit all of them.
to a friend to dispose of.
Nigga,
Nigga,
Derek
it's
told
a better
Angela
crowd.
and her friends about the shooting and told them to stop talking about it. OGs from the West Side Parus told him that he broke the code, saying he done wrong and that he shouldn't have did it, and that the next.
if his dumb ass would have
I mean, that is right.
1 or 2 shots, then he could have said he was scared. 21?
Oh God,
18
dump
or
the whole
21?
clip.
Nigga, you wasn't scared, nigga. That's malicious.
You're not beating that
They know
case,
how to
brother.
read people, bro. That's malicious
Yeah.
intent. They not.
Cause at a certain point, you know, shots did not get returned. Like I ain't gonna speak. I hope he beat the case. I don't know. That was some dumb shit. I don't. Maybe he
That's
needs to sit down for a minute.
This should
I don't
probably
know.
already been done, handled, and all that shit. So,
Oh
I mean,
God.
if he able to post about it, it gotta be.
Yeah. On God. Yeah, you're right. That was some dumb ass shit, man.
Yeah,
I
that
ain't
was
gonna
just
lie.
some stupid shit. Like some real dumbass shit. That was some young shit. Some young bullshit. I ain't gonna bet like that. That's some shit only a young nigga would do.
Oh God.
Then this your second body. You take a break to celebrate and then you swap the Johnny. Yo, her politics is fine. This joint
Oh
was
God, I ain't seen
fire.
a vid from the channel in a minute though. I ain't seen a joint from them in a cool million.
I don't know, chat. Put y'all bid in for what y'all want to see. Put y'all bid in.
Crips kill mother on Christmas.
Where it say
What
that?
the
Oh,
hell?
what the fuck? Charlie might gotta watch that.
Nah, you be having some salacious titles on me.
No bet.
Yeah, that one. Nigga say, yeah, that one.
Already. Chat, burn them 2 for
Freeze.
2 so far on selections. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna do this one first. That as the Bender John an hour. I ain't trying to do that
Yeah,
right
I was about to say that if as the Benjamin might be the stream ender.
now. Yeah, I ain't going back. That
Welcome
We
to
might
Hood
finish that up.
Politics. In this episode, I will be discussing the story of Kashmir James. The facts of the case are as follows. For most, Christmas is a time for being with loved ones and celebrating life. But sometimes, a day that should be filled with joy can end with tragedy. On Christmas
The
Day
next
in
one be Street
2010,
Takeover.
a woman named Kashmir James was celebrating the holiday with their
He
family.
said what?
The next one should be Street Takeovers.
That's a channel?
Nah, I think it was one of the videos.
On her politics?
Yeah, I think so.
Was it? I think I seen what niggas talking about this one.
Yeah, I think so.
Kashmir, who was affectionately known as Cash by her loved ones, had previously lived in LA, but had since moved to the city of Riverside, roughly 60 miles east. But on that day, Kashmir and her 3-year-old daughter Nevaeh were spending the holiday with their family in LA. They spent the day laughing, eating, listening to music, and enjoying time with their loved ones. Later that night, Kashmir and Nevaeh said their goodbyes and got into their car to head back to Riverside. But before heading home, Kashmir decided to visit her longtime friend, DeAndre Woods. At around 10:20 p.m., she made her way to DeAndre's home, which was located on 85th Street near Western Avenue. DeAndre and about 6 other people were standing outside of the home as she arrived. Kashmir got out of her car and DeAndre greeted her. The two discussed their Christmases as well as New Year plans while Nevaeh sat in the back seat of the car just a few feet away. Moments later, a blue Chevy Tahoe with tinted windows made his way down the street. DeAndre was standing with his back towards the street while Kashmir was facing the street. The Tahoe slowed down as it drove past. About 30 seconds later, DeAndre went to hug Kashmir and gunfire erupted. Kashmir yelled, "Oh my God," and fell onto DeAndre, knocking him to the ground. While on the ground, DeAndre saw a man with a gun jogging towards him. He got up and ran and heard multiple gunshots. As he was running, he slipped on the wet ground and dislocated his shoulder. After making it to a safe place, he looked back
That
and saw
nigga
the
coming
shooter
to
running
walk
towards
her
Western Avenue.
Yeah,
down.
nah,
He
that's crazy.
saw the shooter. He saw the gunman coming to stand over him and her, but ended up running away. So just her. That's sick.
Yeah, no,
I'd never be able to sleep at night. That's a mother.
yo, no,
I'd
man.
never ever be able to sleep. Ooh, that's sick.
That's
Ooh,
crazy. Like,
ooh. I hate that he gotta live with that. I ain't blaming him because in that situation, the
fight
the
or
human
flight.
mind is wired to literally. It's wired. It's nothing he could have done. Nigga got a gun.
yeah,
Niggas running towards him with a gun. He's supposed to get up out of there, but at the same time, you're supposed to protect the women. But at the same time, you're supposed to survive. Like
yeah,
as
it's
a,
like,
as a living creature, you're supposed to survive.
man. Yo, I hate that people be acting like,
Get up out of there.
bro.
But like morally, he was supposed to try to protect that woman as best as he could. But it was nothing he could have done.
No,
So it's like logically, he should have got up out of there. I guess I don't know. I'm fighting with that shit.
nah,
Logically, he should have got.
bro,
Up out
thank
of
you
there,
for saying that, bro. Cause look, humans are animals at the end of the day, bro. We're still creatures, regardless of whether we're created by God or not. We're still creatures, no matter how you look at it. We're still something that has life, and if you have life, you have a will to preserve it, my nigga. It is natural instinct. You are gonna get the fuck out of there if you see a nigga with a gun and you have no way to protect yourself.
Literally.
But at the same time, you wrong for leaving a mother, nigga. Like, you
Right,
you gotta
like, that's
protect
family.
the woman, but it's like, if you in that situation, you not gonna think about that, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
If it's not like something that's a principle to you, like a matter of morality, like you said, like it's not really a moral issue to you, you're not thinking about that shit. I ain't gonna lie.
You gotta think about it. Even with his moves, niggas is ambushing him. Like this is an ambush
like, this
right
is
now, and we don't.
pure adrenaline.
We have no knowledge if he has weapon on him or if he's without weapon, right? So it's like realistically, it's fucked up. It's just fucked up that happened to him. Honestly, Chad. They pulled up on his ass. I ain't gonna.
No bad. It's like he had nothing to do.
Unfortunately.
Pure adrenaline. Nothing he could do.
At the time of the shooting, a man named Derek Jefferson was walking nearby when he heard the shots. He saw a man pointing a gun at a woman. He then jumped into some bushes for cover. Derek saw a blue Tahoe with tinted windows and 24-inch chrome rims speed away from the scene and head southbound on Western Avenue. He noticed two black men sitting in the driver and passenger seats. Derek ran to the scene of the shooting and saw Kashmir lying on the ground. He approached her and saw that she had been shot in the head. She was still conscious but couldn't speak. She gestured towards her car, and Derek noticed Nevaeh sitting in the back seat. Luckily, she was uninjured, but unfortunately, she did witness the shooting. Derek and another neighbor named Mary Walker took Nevaeh out the car and took her to Mary's house. When Derek returned to the scene, Kashmir was no longer conscious. Several neighbors called 911, and a few minutes later, police and paramedics arrived at the scene. They found that Kashmir had gunshot wounds to her head, neck, and legs. Paramedics attempted to help Kashmir, but sadly, there was nothing they could do. And at 10:41 p.m., Kashmir James was pronounced dead. She was 25 years old.
They overcooked.
The nigga who did this stood over the young lady for probably no reason at all, Chad, and I want y'all to keep that in mind. He probably had no reason to do that shit.
When starting to visit a friend, Tyler pulled up and stopped. Police say one of the men got out and fired shots. Jesus.
And one of the
so I'm trying to see the story. I'm trying to see. I'm thinking they pull up, drop by, bang her in the head. That's what make it happen. Then they hop out on feet to go walk you down. They run into him this whole time, banging at him, and then get there, see it's a lady and still stand. That's demonic. I ain't gonna lie. They got on that. Like that's nasty. Cause niggas got no heart. That's what I'm saying.
Into her, bro, they could have used that. I'm assuming, chat right now. I ain't gonna lie. I'm assuming. I'm gonna keep it a band. They probably was chasing the nigga down though, bro. They probably wanted him out of there. 9 out of 10.
Right, I'm thinking the shots was meant for a nigga, but the way they did her, this make me feel like the shots was meant for her.
Yeah, like it's no way this could be mistaken identity, bro. That's an execution. Do y'all fucking homework.
A walk down is the scariest shit to see. Yeah, a walk down is the scariest shit to see when you getting walked down.
Literally,
oh Jesus!
Bro. It's nothing you could do. You can't fight back. What the fuck bro. She had did to deserve that though, chat? That's what I'm.
See a pack of hyenas chasing.
Kashmir had grown up in LA and spent most of her life there. She graduated from University High School in 2003 and attended Mount St. Mary's University. She had recently graduated from medical school and was working as a nurse. She was eager to start saving money for her home, along with her boyfriend and Nevaeh's father, Christopher Jackson. Officers took Nevaeh to the police station, where she was later picked up by Christopher. Detectives arrived at the scene and began their investigation. They recovered 13 shell cases from the street and found that they were all fired from the same gun. They also found that the gunshot wounds to Kashmir's legs occurred after she already had fallen to the ground. By the time detectives arrived, most of the people that were present during the shooting had fled the scene, and those that were willing to talk said they didn't see the suspects' faces, they just saw the blue Tahoe. Detectives then visited multiple nearby gas stations in hopes that one of their cameras captured the Tahoe. They were able to obtain surveillance video from one of the stations. It showed a blue Chevy Tahoe or blue GMC Yukon with chrome rims traveling southbound on Western Avenue just moments after the shooting. A Chevy Tahoe and GMC Yukon look very similar, and on a dark night and a stressful situation, it would be very easy to confuse the two. Outside of the vehicle descriptions and a dark surveillance video, investigators had little to go on. They theorized that the shooting could have been a case of mistaken identity or even a robbery gone wrong, but those theories were quickly ruled out and detectives surmised that the shooting was gang related. 85th Street is located deep in A-Tray Gangster Crip territory, and investigators knew that A-Tray was at war with the Rollin' 90s Crips and the Rollin' 100s Crips. Both gangs are located just south of A-Tray territory along Western Avenue. Cashmere didn't have any gang ties, and DeAndre wasn't a documented gang member, but investigators believe that them hanging out in an active gang area, especially at that time of night, made them targets. The community was in shock. Even for an area that sees its fair share of violence, this incident in particular struck a nerve. Killing a woman in front of her daughter on Christmas night was a different level of
He
evil.
did that in front of the baby?
In front of, I think they said the daughter was in the car or something like that. The daughter was outside with him.
Yo, nah, bro.
She was getting out the car to get a nigga a hug and then shot. I think they was about to leave. She was getting out the car to get a nigga a hug. And then all that shit happened. Like, y'all walked down a lady on Christmas in front of her daughter, bro. Oh, that's slimy.
That is
Oh, that's
Christmas,
slimy.
bro. It's Christmas, bro. You
Niggas
see
ain't
a
got no
lady
love in their
with
heart.
her
Niggas ain't got no
daughter,
love in their home.
Yo, nah, bro, fuck all. Niggas don't got no soul, bro. These niggas ain't got no conscience. Niggas ain't got no mind.
For real.
It's different, bro. Back in the day, niggas doing shit like this will get you looked at as a lame, bro. Cause now what her daughter supposed to do? You don't know if her daughter got her grandma in her life. Thankfully, she got her father, but you feel what I'm saying? Like,
You ain't chasing that shit too crazy, bro?
yeah, like you overdoing it for standing over that lady in front of her baby, folk. You over whooping it.
For real.
Days after the shooting, on December 28th, Cashmere's
Oh,
family
nice, man.
and friends held a press conference at the scene of the shooting. They asked for the public's help with identifying the suspects and bringing them to justice. Christopher stood in front of the mic and stated, "I'm begging for help to catch this person that did this to my daughter, did this to her mother on Christmas Day." He continued, "We woke up a happy family, opened our gifts, she opened her gifts, looked at her mama, thinking nothing like this will happen. Whoever out there can give a tip, a lead, a word, or something to catch this person, these two people, whoever they may be, who did this heinous act to my baby mama and to this child. And I'm reaching out to every neighborhood, every friend I know. If you know something, please tell something. Say something, because you're not doing it for me, you're doing it for her. This 3-year-old will never wake up to see her mother again in life. How can I explain it to her day in and day out? I can't. I cry so much, I don't think I got any more left in me. I cry for this girl every day. I gotta wake her up now. I've been doing it, but now I do it all by myself. I just want the person to get caught who did this act to my baby mama and this girl's mother. Her mother was her life, and this is what it ends up to be on Christmas Day, on the day of giving. Won't y'all give back to us, to my family?" Christopher held Nevaeh as she leaned into the mic and said, "Please help my mommy." Cashmere's friend Deanna said, "I still don't believe it. Whoever did this, you need to come forward. It's just wrong. It's just senseless." Now her daughter has to grow up with.
They'll say, even though this
LAPD
happens
Commander
everywhere
Robert
in the
Green said
hood,
the
this
case
feel
had
like some
outraged the
Chicago or
community.
Philly
He
shit.
stated,
Hell
"Even
yeah.
among criminals,
No
there is a
doubt.
code of conduct, and it's necessary that the cowards that did this shooting are taken
Some
off the
innocents
street
do be
so
getting
they
hit,
won't
but
shoot
especially in
again."
places with switches.
Sister Leader Heron of the Ceasefire Committee stated, "The community has responded in a very positive way.
Ain't
Help
no
this
switch, I
family
ain't
as
gonna
if
lie.
it was your own, because if you don't, then tomorrow it could be your own."
Yo, that's
The
a fact.
attendees then held a candlelight vigil and shared memories.
Aiming the switch really take practice, chat. You gotta get
For real.
wrestling with that motherfucker.
These niggas that's hopping out, bro, they don't know.
Fullies with no military training, gang. You out this bitch missing. Niggas
That
be
bitch just
hitting,
saying it.
niggas be hitting 15% of their shots, folks.
of Cashmere
That's
and
shit
prayed
crazy.
for her and her family.
Look at
A memorial was placed at the scene, and mourners from all over the community stopped by to pay their respects. A $75,000 reward was offered for information leading to the killer's arrest, and the tips began pouring in, but none of them panned out. Cashmere's funeral was held on Wednesday, January 12, 2011, at West Angeles Church of God in Christ. Hundreds of people attended the service and looked on as Cashmere's family and friends took to the stage and shared memories of her. The pastor took to the stage and led the attendees in prayer. He asked God to bless Cashmere and cover her loved ones in strength and healing. Singers and praise dancers also took to the stage to celebrate the life of Kashmir. In January of 2011, police found an SUV matching Derek's description parked in front of a home near the intersection of 110th Street and Hobart Boulevard in Roland Hunter's Crip territory. It was a blue GMC Yukon. Officers took note of the Yukon but didn't take any further action. As the weeks turned to months, the investigation seemed to hit a dead end. Many feared that Kashmir's murder would go unsolved and she would just be another name on the long list of Los Angeles cold cases. But Kashmir's loved ones were determined not to let that happen. They held numerous press conferences, interviews, and candlelight vigils in order to keep Kashmir's name at the forefront. In the summer of 2011, investigators received an influx of tips regarding the murder. They were told that the 111 neighborhood Crips were responsible. 111 is a gang within the Rolling Hundreds, and they have been feuding with the A-Trade gangsters for over 40 years. Investigators then received the names of the suspects. 34-year-old Darnell Houston, also known as Lil Pan, 24-year-old Lamar McKnight, also known as Bar, 16-year-old Ezekiel Simon, also known as Eloke, 17-year-old Markel Parker, also known as Mr., and 15-year-old Derek Williams, also known as Baby Beefy. Investigators found that Lamar lived at the home located near 110th and Hobart and was known to drive the Yukon. Detectives then found that the Yukon had been repossessed in June, and at the time of the repossession, it no longer had 24-inch rims, but a decal with the number 24 was still on the vehicle, so investigators believed that the rims were taken off prior to the repossession. In August of 2011, the suspects were arrested and taken in for questioning. LAPD homicide detectives Roger Guzman and Stacy Shemkowiak conducted the interviews. Derek was arrested for being an accessory after the fact. Detectives suspected that he had helped get rid of the SUV's rims. During the interview, Derek admitted to being with the other suspects at the gang's hangout on Christmas night, but he denied knowing anything about the shooting. When detectives were informed that the rims weren't found during a simultaneous search of his family's home, they allowed Derek to go free. During the search, investigators found a notebook entitled Young Hoodsta in a drawer. They also discovered 111 gang graffiti on the underside of the top bunk in Derek's bedroom. There was also a drawing of a woman with an X over her body. Investigators believed that it was a reference to the murder. There were also 3 lines next to the drawing, and investigators believed that those marks represented murders Derek had participated in. Detectives also searched Lamar's family home for evidence. They found a set of 24-inch rims in the garage. They matched the description that Derek had given them on the night of the shooting, and they were identical to the ones seen in the surveillance video. On Wednesday, August 31st, 2011, investigators announced that Darnell Houston, Lamar McKnight, and Ezekiel Simon were each being charged with murder for the death of Kashmir James and attempted murder for the shooting of DeAndre Woods, as well as gun and gang enhancement charges. Although Ezekiel was a juvenile, he was charged as an adult. A few weeks later, investigators arranged for Darnell and Lamar to each be placed in a jail cell with the man known as Witness X. Witness X was what investigators called a confidential, reliable witness. They would place him in monitored cells with suspects in hopes that he would get them to talk about their crimes. Witness X had performed 200 similar operations and had received close to $70,000 in compensation for his services over the years. He belonged to a neighborhood Crip gang and knew Darnell because they had been in prison together in the 1990s. During their conversation, Darnell admitted to being involved in the murder and said he was the shooter. He also said that Lamar, Ezekiel, Markel, and Derek were in the Yukon at the time of the murder. Darnell said the younger 111 members weren't doing enough for the gang and he was training them. On the same night as the murder, he had taken them on a mission to another rival gang's territory. Shortly afterwards, the group spotted 7 rivals hanging outside of a church. One of the young 111 members pulled out a 9mm handgun and fired 17 shots at the group, but didn't hit anyone. They then returned to their hangout and rearmed. Lamar then drove to 85th Street, where Darnell got out of the Yukon. Darnell demonstrated to Witness X.
I'm sorry, that poor lady died out of frustration. He just had to show niggas how to do it.
She was repeatedly shot. He said he didn't feel bad for what happened to Kashmir because she was a tramp associate. Tramp is a derogatory term for A-Tray. Darnell said that the group went on missions all night long. When they came back from one, they went on another. Darnell said he dismantled the gun and threw it into the ocean. He didn't believe the police had anything on him other than hearsay. He went on to say that he was politicking before the shooting and thought that someone who overheard the argument was snitching on him. He was worried that Derek might have been the one talking and he might have to kill him. When Lamar talked to Witness X, he mumbled and spoke in pig Latin because he was leery of the camera and intercom inside of the cell. Lamar said that he got rid of the gun and he believed the police couldn't tie him to 111 because he didn't have any gang tattoos. He went on to say that he also believed that one of the young gang members was snitching on him. Initially, it was believed that Derek was only an accessory after the fact, and after the rims were found elsewhere, he was essentially in the clear. But after Darnell told Witness X that Derek was in the Yukon at the time of the murder, investigators rearrested him and took him in for questioning. Detectives Guzman and Shemkowiak told Derek that he had been identified as being in the SUV. They repeatedly told him to tell the truth, and Derek repeatedly denied being involved. Shemkowiak told him that he won't be going home like last time. She stated, "What happens on Monday is the district attorney decides whether or not they're going to file charges on you, or whether they're going to determine something else to do with you." Derek then asked her what charges will be filed, and Shemkowiak replied, "We'll find out Monday, and it's going to be a culmination of our paperwork up to this day, and whatever I write after tonight, and I'm telling you, if I write tonight that your statement is a bunch of lies, and it doesn't match with what we already heard from other witnesses and co-conspirators and people involved, I could tell you right now, the district attorney is going to be like, screw this guy, he's a liar." After thinking it over for a few moments, Derek agreed to tell the truth. Derek
that boy got in that room and folded under that pressure. Y'all see how nicely they try to pitch that story for y'all?
For the gang. He stated, "And they was over there mad and drunk, talking about we're not putting in no work. And they was arguing over us, like we don't put in no work, we don't do nothing." Lamar then told Derek, Ezekiel, and
was so tired of the little homies they just had to go spend all night.
Derek said he didn't hesitate because Lamar had a gun. Shemkowiak asked Derek what he thought putting in work for his gang entailed, and he replied, killing people. He claimed that he didn't want to go along on the night of the shooting. Derek said that Lamar had once tried to get him to rob a woman, but he refused. He admitted that on the night of the shooting, he sat in the back seat between Ezekiel and Markel. Lamar was the driver and Darnell was the shooter. Derek told the detectives that when Darnell started shooting, he couldn't do anything about it. He stated, "I couldn't just like hop out and run right there because I'm nowhere by my house. And this is the first time ever in my life ever being in any situation, anything like that. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I was just 15 at the time and I couldn't do anything." Derek was then charged with murder for the death of Kashmir James and attempted murder for the shooting of DeAndre Woods, as well as gun and gang enhancement charges. Darnell, Lamar, and Derek pled not guilty. Ezekiel pled no contest to voluntary manslaughter and attempted murder. He received 29 years in prison. Prior to the trial beginning, Kashmir's mother, Kim,
young boy ain't coming out till he 45.
Lost his whole life.
His whole life.
FS.
And Nevaeh spoke to the press about Kashmir and how they've been coping.
Just from being in the car.
Yo, literally. Literally just from being in the car.
You could tell from how the newscasts look and shit, this probably an older story, bro.
Yeah, this happened like 2010.
Imagine how much technology progressed, gang. You cooked.
Oh my god.
You cooked.
It's so good. That's not even funny.
Nigga, you great.
And since her murder.
Now at 6, an Eyewitness News exclusive. An innocent mother gunned down on Christmas Eve in front of her 3-year-old daughter.
Can help my mommy, please.
Now the trial of the accused killers begins tomorrow. And only on Eyewitness News tonight, you'll hear from the now 8-year-old little girl who witnessed her mother's murder. Hello, I'm David Ono.
And I'm Ellen Leyva. That shocking murder that made headlines 5 years ago is coming to trial tomorrow. Tonight, Eyewitness News has exclusive looks through the eyes of the youngest victim. As Miriam Hernandez reports, one small voice is speaking volumes about both loss and hope.
Once upon a time, there was 2 cool kids named George and Harold.
Nevaeh Jackson tells us God gave her gifts. One, she is a fast learner. That is a blessing to her grandmother, Kim, because there is so much they've had to learn since Nevaeh's mom was murdered.
The only thing I can pray to God is to continue to give me the strength to be able to deal with it.
Kashmir James was an innocent victim in a shooting Christmas Eve 5 years ago. Nevaeh was 3, and she spoke out.
Can help my mommy, please.
Seldom do we interview a child who is a victim of crime, but Nevaeh and her grandmother say they want people to know their story, how through the tragedy they are determined to triumph.
Me About 3 months. And me and my mommy.
Mommy, who even kept Nevaeh's sonograms.
Me and my mommy told me that, and my mommy.
Kashmir James became a nurse because she wanted to help people. In that spirit, her family launched the Kashmir James Foundation.
Mind you, if her mom died when she was 3, bro, she probably, like, she didn't even really get the experience of life with her mom, bro. Like,
Bro, she don't know her mom voice
at all, bro. She probably got 2-3 memories of her mom.
Oh God. If that.
Like, that is fucked.
To save troubled youth, it's working to partner with South LA schools.
Instead of suspending the kids or expelling them out of school, they'll give them to us for 6 months.
They will learn to value their own lives and others. Hear how a child talks to a missing mom.
I say to her that
Unfortunately, it do get like
for
that.
Christmas, I'll make you a present.
Just to train some young niggas that ain't even built for it. Shorty missed 17 of them bitches, folk.
Just literally, just some transfer young niggas that was throwing up air balls and didn't want to spend.
Yo, no bullshit. They in this shit.
And then told. They ain't directly tell, but they just fucking running their mouth like they might as well tell. And then the other nigga actually did tell.
Yeah, the old head that's supposed to be teaching them niggas, he get in that bitch running his mouth because he think he know this nigga.
Literally, the old head running his mouth. The young boy do tell. The other young boy solid speaking in pig Latin and shit.
No bad. Then
floozy shit around the board.
Other young boy who pleaded no contest. All right, yeah, you cool, bro.
For real.
The rest of them niggas though, y'all 40.
Doing bad.
40, bro.
For Thanksgiving.
Hopping out on ladies.
I'll make you a present for your birthday. I'll make you a present for Halloween. I'll make you a present.
And then her words to us last year was, I don't want you guys to ever hide anything about my mommy. You know, I want to know.
Nevaeh witnessed her mother's death. In a rare move, prosecutors say the 8-year-old will testify. But here, we do not talk about that night. Kim and Nevaeh say it's about moving on. She says she'll give from her gifts.
I'll sing at church. I'll dance at charities.
A fast learner is ready to teach.
Let the storm rage on.
Kids on the OG.
Yeah, hell yeah, they had no last kids on the stand testifying.
Oh man, that is crazy.
Questioning them, type of shit on Brenner. Yeah.
Oh nah, that's no word.
Yeah, it's nasty. Yeah, nasty.
The cold never bothered me anyway.
There were 2 separate juries during the trial, one for Darnell and Lamar and the other for Derek. This is known as a dual jury, and it allows each jury to only hear evidence and testimony relevant to the case assigned to them. The trial began on Tuesday, July 21st, 2015. The prosecutor in the case was a woman named Antonella Nestorescu. Nestorescu painted Darnell and Lamar as cold-blooded killers with little regard for human life. She said that anyone willing to drive around and kill a random person just because they felt like it is a danger to society and should never see freedom again. The defense attorney for Darnell and Lamar was a man named Louis Sepe. Sepe said that there was no real evidence that they were responsible for the shooting. He went on to say that the prosecution's entire case was based on hearsay. Sepe said that there was no weapon linking them to the shooting, and none of the witnesses at the scene were able to identify the shooter or anyone else in the SUV. Nestorescu called numerous witnesses to the stand. Derek testified about witnessing the shooting and seeing the SUV flee the scene. His description of the SUV, down to its color, tinted windows, and 24-inch chrome rims, matched the Yukon that was linked back to Lamar. A man named Tony Johnson also took the stand. Tony was a member of 111 at the time of the shooting. He had spoken with investigators several times about the shooting in exchange for leniency after his arrest for various crimes. Tony testified that on the night of the shooting, at around 9 p.m., he was at Ezekiel's home, located near 111th Street and St. Andrew's Place, which was a known 111 hangout. Tony said he was talking to Darnell when Lamar pulled up in the Yukon. Darnell and Lamar started smoking and then argued about who's going to pay for it. The argument turned heated, and Darnell told Lamar that he wasn't putting in any work for the gang. Lamar responded, "We can go to the Tramps right now." Tony said he understood that Lamar was suggesting they go to rival gang territory and commit a shooting. Tony then saw Ezekiel get out of the front passenger seat of the Yukon and get into the back seat. Darnell got into the front passenger seat and Lamar drove off. 3 days later, Tony was with Lamar at Ezekiel's house. Lamar told Tony that they had driven past a man and a woman standing by a car. They then turned around and pulled up next to them.
So
Darnell
niggas
jumped
knew
out
it
and
was
started
a man
shooting
and a
with a
woman.
9mm handgun. Lamar was worried that the Yukon had
Oh,
been
he
caught on
telling
surveillance
y'all.
video. Tony then told police where to find the SUV in hopes of
That nigga
bettering his
telling
own legal
everything.
situation, and that's when police
That nigga
located the
gave him
Yukon
a
on 110th and
scripted
Hobart.
story.
DeAndre refused to testify at the trial, but the statements he made to investigators, including the description of the SUV, were presented to the jury. Mr. Eskew also played an audio recording of Darnell's conversation with witness X. She then read a transcript of the recording to the court. She pointed out how Darnell admitted to being the shooter. Sepe told the court that none of the witnesses were credible. He spoke about witness X and said that he was an unreliable witness because he was being paid for his information. Sepe also spoke about witness X's recordings and told the court that prior to the trial, investigators had witness X review a prepared transcript of his conversation with Darnell. Witness X found that 85 to 90% of the transcript was inaccurate. He then listened to the recording with headphones and made extensive revisions to the transcript. Afterwards, he met up with prosecutors and investigators, and they all made further changes to the transcript. Sepe told the court that Tony was a criminal, and he had been arrested on drug charges while on probation when he began giving investigators information about the murder. Sepe said Tony wasn't a reliable witness because he stood to gain favor by testifying. Also, he had previously admitted to feeding investigators lies about the murder. For Derek's jury, Mr. Eskew played both of his interviews with Detectives Guzman and Shimkowiak. The jurors also received written transcripts of both interviews. Mr. Eskew emphasized how Derek initially lied about being involved, but ultimately admitted to being in the Yukon during the murder. The prosecution's gang expert was an LA County sheriff named Eric McDonough. He had been a deputy for 20 years and worked with the gang unit for 8 years. He told the court that he has handled hundreds of gang-related crimes and spoken to hundreds of gang members, interventionists, and community leaders regarding the gang lifestyle. McDonough concentrated on 3 gangs, with 111 being one of them. He acknowledged that A-Tray is a rival gang. McDonough testified that Darnell, Lamar, Derek, and Ezekiel were all members of 111. This was based on field identification cards, tattoos, and other indicia. He explained that it wasn't unusual for gang members like Lamar to avoid getting gang tattoos in order to avoid detection by law enforcement. McDonough told the court that 111's activities include graffiti, drug sales, shootings, and murders. When asked if he had seen the gang participate in said activities during his time in the gang unit, McDonough said yes. He stated, "These are the activities that they do. These are their primary things that they're doing. I don't want to say on a daily basis, but on a weekly basis, monthly basis, this is what the gang does." McDonough also spoke about Derek during his testimony. When it came to the graffiti on the underside of the bunk, McDonough stated that the 3 lines were not meant to represent 111 because that's not how the gang depicts his name in writing. He agreed with the investigators' theory that the 3 marks represented killings. He also agreed that the drawing of the woman with an X over her body was not just a drawing. McDonough also spoke about Derek saying that he felt forced
That's
to
some
get into the
dumbass shit to
Yukon
have
on the
when
night
you're
of the
in bed.
shooting. He said that everyone there that night played a role, and although the younger members were acting on orders from the older member, they knew exactly what they were going to do when they got into the Yukon that night. He said Derek's role would have been to act as a backup if the gang had to defend itself against rivals, as well as be a lookout for police and rivals, and to validate the actual crime being committed. McDonough also pointed out how Derek said that Lamar wanted him to rob someone, but he refused. McDonough said that showed that Derek was able to decline participating in other crimes, but this time he chose to go along. The gang had committed multiple shootings that night, and at any time, Derek could have said no. During the closing arguments, the defense reiterated that there wasn't a weapon or a reliable witness in the case, and the prosecution's only evidence during the trial was hearsay. Mr. Eskew closed by saying that Darnell, Lamar, and Derek are cold-blooded killers, and that society would be a much safer place with them off the streets. On Friday, August 7th, 2015, Darnell and Lamar were found guilty of murder for the death of Kashmir James and the attempted murder of DeAndre Woods, as well as gun and gang enhancement charges. Just a few days later, on Monday, August 10th, Derek was found guilty of murder for the death of Kashmir James and the attempted murder of DeAndre Woods, as well as gun and gang enhancement charges. The sentencing for all three men was held on Friday, October 2nd, 2015. The courtroom was filled with Kashmir's family and friends, and during the sentencing, Nevaeh and Kim spoke to Darnell, Lamar, and Derek directly and told them how their actions impacted their lives.
Eyewitness News reporter Mark Cota-Robles is live at the courthouse in downtown LA, where the victim's daughter spoke before the judge.
Niggas be having over names.
Leslie Kashmir James was 25 years old when she was shot and killed by those gang members on Christmas night 2010. Her 3-year-old daughter was there that night to witness what happened. This morning, a very emotional sentencing hearing inside a downtown Los Angeles courtroom. Here is some of the video. The victim's family had a chance to speak, including Kashmir's daughter, 8-year-old Nevaeh James.
Why have you not said you're sorry for taking my mommy away from me? My mommy was the love of my life. I remember that night and it scares me. You are supposed to love people, not hurt and kill them.
You sat here every day that you came in here and you smiled. Now, nobody showed no remorse for what you did, even if you did feel guilty about it. You showed no remorse.
And Kashmir's uncle also spoke. He talked about his hatred for the defendants, but said he's choosing to forgive them, but said he would never forget what they did to his niece. The defendants themselves had the chance to speak, but had nothing to say before the court.
Shortly afterwards, the judge in the case, Kathleen Kennedy, handed down their sentences. Darnell Houston and Lamar McKnight were each sentenced to life without the possibility of parole. Derek Williams was sentenced to 40 years to life in prison. Judge Kennedy called the murder a really, really horrific crime. She stated, "Christmas is supposed to be one of the happiest days, especially for a child. Instead, this was probably the saddest day of this child's life. What a horrible thing to do to a child on Christmas." She continued, "It's so senseless and so tragic. An innocent woman has a right to be on the streets of Los Angeles on Christmas night." Kashmir's family and friends were split when it came to the sentencing. Although some were satisfied, others, such as Kim, wanted everyone involved to spend the rest of their lives behind bars. She felt that Ezekiel and Derek should have also received life sentences because they got into the Yukon knowing what they were going to do, and that fact alone makes them as guilty as the shooter. A year after the trial, in November of 2016, California voters approved Proposition 57. The proposition's focus was to end the revolving door of crime by emphasizing rehabilitation. The proposition allowed for juveniles that were tried in adult court to be retried and resentenced in juvenile court. On Thursday, May 17, 2018, a state appeals court reversed Derek's first-degree murder conviction and sent his case to juvenile court, where he was resentenced to 2 years. Derek spent the majority of his time going through rehabilitation programs and ultimately landed at Pine Grove Youth Camp in Northern California. The camp houses youth offenders between the ages of 18 and 25, and its mission is to prepare them for re-entry into society through education, mentorship, and therapy. The camp works in conjunction with CAL FIRE to train youth offenders in wildland firefighting operations and to put them on the path of employment after their release. When asked about Proposition 57 and why he wants to be a firefighter, Derek stated, "I'm thankful to Proposition 57 and what it did for me. I will use this opportunity to
don't want to be no
goddamn
firefighter.
As a kid, always looked up to and respected firefighters. They represented teamwork and togetherness.
Nigga would have been an iguana poop catcher if it would have got him out.
For someone who got off to a rocky start as a teenager, as an adult, my goals are to give back to society in a positive way and continue to help others." In January of 2020, Derek became the first Proposition 57 graduate from Pine Grove. He was released from custody in fall of 2020 at the age of 25 and now works as a firefighter. He also travels to juvenile detention centers and speaks to the youth about changing their lives. Kashmir's memory lives on through her family and friends. She's remembered as a smart and caring woman with a great sense of humor and radiant energy.
Check. Mind y'all. I'ma be real. 3 and 5, but every nigga that you see on the block be dweebs that just want to look tough. They just be dweebs that want to look hard, bro.
Oh, God.
They not built for that shit.
Oh, God.
Niggas be dorks, bro. I'm not gonna lie, Chad. Like, niggas be dorks, man. Gotta keep it a bean.
Be a lot of green beans.
Be a lot of fucking, like, real geek-ass niggas out here, bro. Like, can't lie. I don't think not one motherfucker in that video, like, you feel everybody did some 40 shit. They was not standing on business.
No business got stood on that whole video.
No business.
Niggas ain't gotta think. Not a single lick of business got stood on.
That's not crazy work, Chad.
On chat, y'all know the on God, chat, y'all know the vibes. This stream, y'all gonna see us eating. We ain't gotta worry about how long the video paused and shit, cause it ain't a YT video. We literally just chilling on stream.
We really chilling.
We chilling.
This your
Chat, I just
second
crushed
body.
breakfast. I just had some grits.
Yes, Lord. Chat, I'm ready to eat some fucking cereal, bro. That's all I got.
Yes, God.
Definitely.
And after this, we gonna eat some niggas on 2K. No Diddy though.
Whoa. Killer Kid, pause, man. No.
We don't eat the competition, bro. Nigga try to neck up the cup. Yo, my fault, fool. Yo, my fault, fuck. I'm out of character for that. Damn, my fault, G. Try to be something wrong with
That
cuz.
shit was dead funny.
Nah, Chad, we gotta get
Welcome
up out
to
of here
Hood
with that.
Politics. In this episode, I will be discussing takeovers, LA's deadly car culture. The facts of the
Let's
case
get
are
it,
as
chat.
follows.
LA's deadly car.
LA
Fuck.
has always loved car culture. From Sunday nights on Crenshaw Boulevard to cruising
Check,
down Whittier
Homer gonna
Boulevard
send that
to
Drake.
street racing
I
down
used to
Florence
get the hot
Avenue.
riders
There
on
has
the
always
phone.
been a place for people to gather and
Oh,
enjoy the
God.
culture.
Them bitches.
But in more recent years, another genre has become popular. The takeover.
A dangerous street takeover in South LA last night. A large crowd watched as several cars drifted, did donuts and lit fireworks in the middle of intersections.
New this morning, hundreds of
Let
people
some shit like this be in the way, and I just got off work. Chat, an 8-hour shift. I'm shooting and running over all them. Y'all gonna see a massacre on me, nigga. Fuck wrong with y'all, and I won't be wrong. I won't feel wrong.
Hit South LA streets overnight. This
Oh,
scene at
God.
V9 near Century and Figueroa.
Oh,
Several people blocked
God,
the intersection
bro.
while drivers
I'ma
did
rear
donuts,
that
and as you can
bitch
see
up
there,
in
passengers even hanging out of the window.
I'm giving niggas a warning honk, and
The
then
group
that's
then
you
moved
just
to the
like that's a
corner
wrap.
of Hoover
Be
and
so real.
Gage to continue their antics here.
All right, chat. My chat. My shit was so loud as fuck because we was watching the other nigga Warren Cali. His shit be
takeovers on the
quiet.
streets of South LA overnight.
Bro, it
A series
wasn't
of
our
side
shit. His shit
shows
just be
drew
dumb
nearly
quiet.
500 spectators just before midnight. Vehicles were seen swinging around the crowd, at times getting alarmingly close to onlookers. Others launched fireworks, and at least one person was seen shooting flames into the air. LA County deputies arrived an hour later, but
You
people
just had
blocked out
flamethrowers.
authorities as cars continued with
Chat, I
reckless
would have shot
stunts.
niggas, bro.
Takeovers occur when a large group of people shut down an intersection and use the area for burnouts, donuts, and street races. The events are coordinated through social media and draw anywhere from dozens to thousands of attendees. Takeovers exploded in popularity during the pandemic. The empty streets,
Hey, y'all
in
heard
addition
that
to people
thunder?
wanting to get out of the house and have some fun, created the perfect atmosphere for takeovers to thrive. Initially, the events would go off without a hitch. People would show
It's
up,
thunder and
hang
lightning,
out,
folks.
and disperse after a few hours or whenever law enforcement arrived. But as time went on, takeovers became more and more dangerous. There have been multiple brawls, hit and runs, carjackings,
Oh, it like
robberies,
low-key just
and
started
shootings at the
raining where I'm
takeovers, And police said anytime they broke one up,
Nah,
they
that should
would
been going
recover
on for a
multiple
minute over
guns,
years.
drugs, and stolen cars.
That's how I love it
Law
before
enforcement
me.
has taken numerous measures
And
to
my
stop
dog
them,
right on the
such as
edge
placing
of
speed
where
bumps
it's
in
at.
intersections, performing
Damn.
mass arrests, towing vehicles, and even using videos of the takeovers to track down participants. But that did little to stop the events. And
Okay,
in
I saw
summer
the
of
storm move in
2020,
real time.
People got to witness how dangerous takeovers could be.
You over here tell me that type of car? I'm from the open area, nigga. I'm not lying. You type of car, that's the real shit. You down to do some shit like that? You down to do
On Saturday,
DJ Khaled.
July 25th,
I know niggas ain't just up it on
2020,
DJ
there was a
Khaled.
large takeover at the intersection of Hollywood Boulevard and
Down with
Allen
my
Avenue
DJ
in
Khaled.
Hollywood. Hundreds of people flooded
I
there
know
to
niggas
watch
ain't just
the
up
show.
it on
As cars
Khaled.
did donuts in the intersection, a 33-year-old man named Ramon Monreal
Palestine
started
Prince.
tapping them with his hand as they spun by. A man named Daniel approached Ramon and told him to stop tapping the cars because it was dangerous to be that close.
Oh, God, though.
Ramon is from the Bay Area, which is credited as the birthplace of takeovers, but there, they call them sideshows.
Yeah.
He explained that in the Bay Area, tapping cars during sideshows is a sign of respect. The conversation grew heated, and Ramon lifted his shirt and showed a gun in his waistband. He then grabbed it and put a bullet in the chamber. Daniel's friend, Edward, was standing nearby and punched Ramon in the face. He fell to the ground and another person kicked him. They then attempted to grab the gun, but Ramon opened fire. The scene was in chaos as people ran and ducked for cover. Ramon then ran to his car.
Like, you got
to
your
the
ass
scene.
beat in
911
fighting
was called,
attempts
and
probably
police and
now.
paramedics
If you
made
ain't
their
catch
way
your
to the
body.
intersection. They found a 17-year-old young woman named Alejandra
Just dumb
Estrada
ass
lying on the
nigga.
sidewalk. She had been hit in the head and was pronounced dead at the
Damn.
scene. She was an innocent bystander.
Bro.
You headshot.
If
I'm
you
tired of
not
watching
gonna
these.
hit
That's a
the
whole lot of
range, my
headshots
nigga,
for ladies.
If you're not gonna hit the range and work on your aim, bro, get that shit up. You niggas keep hitting.
Don't up that
randoms.
bitch.
Stop shooting, bro. You have no.
Well, up that bitch when it's just you and him in a secluded area. Nobody else.
You better start walking. Yo, niggas be pussy, bro. Stop dumping from far
Take it
away.
close.
Stop dumping when niggas put their hands on you, bro. If you're gonna walk your op down, walk that nigga down all the way.
Nigga wanted to flex so cool with the gun. He should have popped his ass as soon as he pulled it out.
Literally, bro. What is you up in that bitch for than letting that nigga snuff you?
Literally.
Dumb?
You gotta be ready. Up that bitch back up and flame it on him.
Literally. If you
Check
up
your
in that bitch for
surroundings.
no
Why you up and
reason-
flaming it? You don't know. Bro, my pops taught me, bro, when you up your gun, never not know what's going on in your surroundings behind you. You gotta check your surroundings behind you when you up flame.
Literally.
Niggas be dumb as shit.
Cause all it take is for one nigga to be behind you, snuff you real quick.
Flame.
No
Take
more
flame.
bullet. No
You on the
more
ground, he
bullet.
over you.
You done.
3
You
seconds.
done. Then like
Dumbass nigga.
come on, bro. You up in that bitch around a crowd of people. You don't do that. You don't up that bitch around a crowd of people and then make a scene up in that bitch around a crowd.
Literally. Like, you already showed off being cool up in it. Now niggas know for sure, it's no question, it's you who shot it. Alright. You're done.
And then even at that, alright, I give it to you. You might have been trying to scare the nigga, whatever. If you want to scare the nigga, you don't even gotta up that bitch. You just gotta flash that bitch. Just flash it off your waist.
For real.
You don't gotta up it.
He's loading it and cocking the chamber and like, come on, bro.
What are you doing? Why that
Come
bitch
on,
not
bro.
already loaded, mud? What is you doing?
That's what I was thinking. Why it's not one already in the head? Dick up, feeling niggas. But it's like, come on, bro, move tight, move right.
No bullshit.
You not moving right with that bitch. It's for pictures. He
bluffing.
wasn't planning on using that bitch for real.
No bad. He just had it, bruh.
He caught that body bluffing. He caught a pretty hat bluffing.
No
Like,
bad.
he wasn't ready to use that bitch.
You was not ready to put the gun, bro. Niggas need to put the guns down and put their fists up, cause you cannot shoot shit.
For real.
Your aim is terrible.
Like, the original altercation didn't even call for all that. He could have just punched the nigga. Like, the nigga could have got snuffed. He could have snuffed the shot out of that nigga.
Literally, they the same size. He got a little weight on him, but y'all the same size, bro.
Literally, bro. The nigga was sideways on his off foot. Like, you could have.
Literally,
that could have been an easy joint. You feel me?
Then you got the pistol whip the nigga. Bitch, what the fuck you getting snuffed for? You gonna hit
Oh,
him
God,
with the
bro.
gun, and he gonna hit you with his fist.
Literally, bro, you already got that bitch out inside the catching pretty ass nigga got a pistol with the nigga. Like, it's
Niggas just don't be built
Nah,
for it, bro.
When she was hit by a stray bullet. Edward was driven to the hospital by friends. He
Look
had
at
been
his
hit
lame ass,
twice, once in his groin area and once in the thigh, but luckily he survived.
He hitting
Detectives
leg
arrived
shots
at
on
the
this
scene and
nigga, but a
began their
headshot on the
investigation.
joint.
While most attendees fled before they
Sick.
arrived, a few stayed
Sick.
behind to give their accounts of the incident and descriptions of the shooting.
Sick.
Investigators then learned that a video of the shooting had made its way to social media. It gave them a full scope of the events leading to the shooting and the shot of the suspect.
niggas locked
A
up
few
your
hours
whole
later,
fucking
at around
case on
3:45
Twitter.
a.m.,
Your dumb
sheriff's
ass.
deputies responded to a call in the
Yeah,
city
unknown.
of Carson. As they arrived at the intersection of 223rd and Figueroa Street, they encountered Ramon. The call was unrelated to the shooting, but Ramon was taken into custody. Once sheriffs learned of the shooting, they contacted
Your murder
homicide
got
detectives and
127
told them they had the
bookmarks.
suspect in
127K
custody. Ramon
bookmarks.
was then handed
Numbers.
over to detectives and formally charged with murder for the death of Alejandra Estrada and the attempted murder of Edward, as well as great bodily harm and gun enhancement charges. His bail was set at $5 million. He later pled not guilty. During the trial,
Your
the
bail
prosecutor
$5
called
million,
Ramon
plead not guilty,
confrontational
dickhead.
and reckless. She said he was the aggressor during the incident and is complete.
Hold on, nigga. $5 million and you not.
Come on, bro.
Nigga, at that point, admit your crime, nigga.
I need cop better car assault up that bitch, boy. I'll pray for you, nigga.
No bullshit, nigga. You fucked up. They putting you under the jail. They giving you 3 consecutive life sentences, G-Folk.
He ain't plead, bro. He said not guilty.
No bad.
You gonna take that to trial?
That's a murder and attempt. They could,
On
if they really wanted to
trial,
be
they
petty,
could-
they could have put
yeah.
an attempt on everybody in the crowd.
No, literally, they could be so OD with that shit. They could do that if they wanted to.
really wanted to, this nigga could be under the jail for 800 years, bro. Like,
Oh,
shit. Chad,
Oh,
don't
God.
do nothing in a crowd of people. That is the dumbest shit you could do.
So dumb. That's such a crash out, bro. That's such a crash out.
Literally, bro. If it's not self-defense, you shouldn't even be, like, come on, bro. Not in today's age.
It's a better time and place for every John.
Literally.
It's a better time.
Literally, bro.
His fault that Alejandra was killed. Ramon took the stand
Niggas
and
coulda walked
testified
away
that
and
the
handled
shooting
that
was
shit
committed
like
in
men.
self-defense. He said at the time of the shooting, he and his fiancee were visiting California from Texas and went to Hollywood to have dinner. He parked his car near the intersection of Hollywood and Highland and took his gun because he always carries it with him. Ramon's carrying license was valid in Texas and Florida, but not in California. Ramon said as he and his fiancee walked the street, they stumbled across the takeover, and he tapped the cars as they spun by because they were getting too close to the curb. A few moments later, Daniel approached him and said, "Don't do that, it's not cool." He asked Daniel who he was, and Daniel replied that he was in charge. Edward then approached him and said, "You keep doing that, we'll fuck you up." Ramon said he apologized and told him that he meant no disrespect, but Daniel kept antagonizing him and threatened to kill him. So he pulled his
Yo, why
gun
the
from a
fuck is it
concealed
like
holster,
flood?
pointed it towards the ground, and racked it.
Yeah, I
Ramon
felt like it was
testified
gonna
that
be
he
a
had
fall.
served in the Coast Guard and was trained to de-escalate and take control of a situation by cocking a gun. He said the gun did get Daniel's attention, and he began
don't know how to
holstering it when someone hit him, causing him to
Yo,
black
no
out for a few
bullshit, I'm
seconds.
in
And when he
drowned,
came
you
to,
fuck.
he was on the ground
Oh,
getting punched
God.
and kicked. He says someone
We're
reached
talking
for his
about he
gun,
can't
and
holster
according
it.
to his
Nah,
Coast
be
Guard
for
training,
real, nigga. You
when someone
can't be
tries
cool.
to take your weapon, it's considered a gun grab, and you're authorized to shoot. Ramon said he believed he fired his gun into the air, and afterwards, he fled the scene to get away from the guys that were attacking him. The prosecutor said Ramon's version of events made no sense and were just a poor attempt of escaping accountability. The video of the incident showed that he was the aggressor and reached for his gun, not because he was threatened, but because he was angry and felt disrespected. And even while holding the gun, he continued antagonizing Daniel, which is contrary to his story of pulling his gun to calm things. Ultimately, Ramon was found guilty of murder for the death of Alejandra
Who
Estrada
pulls it down
and
to
the
calm
attempted
shit
murder of
down?
Edward, as well as great bodily
Hey guys,
harm
calm
and gun
down.
enhancement charges.
I can shoot the fuck out of all y'all.
Gabrielle was sentenced to 32
Stop.
years to life in prison. Many
Nigga
believe that
caught that
Alejandra's
bitch
murder
in
will
the
put an
hallway,
end to
no,
the
you just trying to
takeovers,
kill
or at
that
least
nigga.
slow them down, but they
Oh,
continue to
God.
get bigger and more destructive, with
It's
law
on
enforcement calling
video,
them
like,
riots
there's
on
nothing
wheels.
you can say,
Large crowds
dickhead.
travel
What the
from
fuck
intersection
you
to
robbing
intersection
this?
throughout the night while destroying
Nigga,
property
so
and looting
stupid.
businesses.
No more.
It's an unbelievable sight as a flash mob bursts into a 7-Eleven and start looting the store. One 7-Eleven clerk watches
They
helplessly
just
as
called
the
him a
unruly
flash mob.
mob pile into
Yeah?
the store. Without
Yeah.
a worry in the world, the brazen looters grab everything in sight. Cookies, candy, chips, just about every item of merchandise.
LAPD says
We'll
about
get to your
100 young
nearest
people
convenience
joined in the
store.
1 a.m. chaos.
Grab
They've
your
been taking
hand
part
into
in what's
the
being called an illegal
register.
street takeover,
It's
where motorists
yours.
had flooded the intersection to block off traffic. But
Niggas
this
said from
lawless
Class 6
bunch took
series,
it
they just
further
started
and
robbing the shit out of them
overtook the store.
niggas. They probably don't even like them
Mob
stacks.
storms the Arco gas
Grabbing
station
shit.
on Alondra and Central in Compton after a vandal breaks open a door. Then it's a free-for-all. You see some looters with their faces covered, others not even bothering concealing their identity as they ransack the store. They grab everything from booze to condoms, what some would consider essential items.
Yeah, look at this, yo, look at yo running back. Look at that one nigga, big face, happy as shit to be doing.
Covered, grab everything from booze to condoms.
Look at this nigga, yo.
Essential items. This happened around 2:30 Sunday morning. The Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department says thousands of dollars.
Nigga,
worth
mama
of
at home
merchandise
mad
was
as
stolen.
shit. I know she
Deputies
watched
say
the
the
news,
mob was
bruh.
part of a crowd
What
that
the fuck is you
had
doing
gathered
on the
for a
news?
street takeover.
It was just before 4 a.m. as people were doing donuts in the intersection. Dozens of others decided to break into the AutoZone, smashing the glass on the door, and then with their bare hands ripping open a metal
Nigga,
fence on the
AutoZone, what is
inside,
y'all
smashing
taking
display
The autos
cases,
on, y'all gonna take
looting,
the
vandalizing, getting
freeze
away with
pop.
anything they could carry.
Pop,
Many
pop,
of the
I'm
stolen
in.
items
The
dropped as
AutoZone
they
for-
ran away.
Security video showing a
Yo, what
white
the
Kia
fuck?
repeatedly slamming into the door of Reuben's Bakery in Compton. From inside, more security video, a mob of people looting the popular location. Investigators saying this all began with a street takeover outside the business.
Reuben's Bakery is a family-owned business serving Compton for 48 years.
No tienen control. They're out of control, says one customer, referring to the street takeovers in Compton. The intersection in front of the bakery
That
shows
the
leftover
specific
traces of the fire.
translation was
The
they had no
takeover
control.
crowd began before breaking into the bakery.
Nowhere was safe from the takeovers. Streets, parking lots, industrial areas, and freeways were all fair game. Even LA's newly renovated $600 million 6th Street Bridge became a hotspot. With takeovers came police. This led to some gangs banning them from their territory. In one video, a takeover was being killed at the intersection of Normandy and Manchester Avenue in 8 Trey Gangster Crip territory. One of the members can be heard telling the crowd to leave, but they didn't move. He then fired a fully automatic gun into the air and cleared the crowd. In another video, a takeover was being killed at the intersection of 63rd Street and Crenshaw Boulevard in Rolling 60 Crip territory. A member can be seen yelling at attendees, telling them to shut it down.
Take this shit somewhere else. Roll the 60. I'm asking, I'm telling. Take this shit somewhere else.
I'm asking, I'm telling. Which one you doing, bro? Nigga asking and telling.
Come on now, hurry up. Hurry up. Somewhere else. I'm gonna make them leave. Oh, I'm gonna make them leave right now. I got you. I'm asking, I'm telling. They all finna come in. They all come in. Y'all had a great time. I love it. Y'all had a great time.
Yeah, that nigga face just disappeared.
All cameras down. All cameras down. Somewhere else. We on that. Y'all mess it up my spot. I make money.
It's all respect, it's all
That big deal.
Alejandra's murder wasn't the first takeover-related death, and sadly, it wasn't the last. On the night of Saturday, November 13th, 2021, there was a takeover at the intersection of Pine Street and Bullis Road in Compton. Among the attendees was a 19-year-old man named Javier Menchaca.
That's like a rare
And
crowd.
takeovers don't be in the middle of the city.
Yeah, they be like ducked off damn near out the county somewhere. Like they be on the edges of the city.
Bro.
Niggas don't really do that shit like in too many areas. For real. It be more niggas on dirt bikes for real out here too, so it be like little more convenient sometimes.
Yeah, bro. It be more full like road dirt bike takeovers
than like the cars and shit. Niggas be having more car shows. Like niggas will pull up to a parking lot.
Yeah, they'll have car shows.
Yeah, or they'll drive down the block. You know them niggas who be having the little fucking buggies? You be having niggas on the buggies like shit out here, bro. Especially around
the little 3-seater jobs.
Yeah, where the reservoir at, bro. I forgot the name. Druid Hill. By Druid Hill.
Yeah.
Hella niggas on the buggies, dummy. I swear to God.
And his friend, 22-year-old Juan Orozco. As the two sat in their SUV watching the event, someone approached them and opened fire multiple times. The crowd scattered and fled the scene. When police arrived, the SUV was the only vehicle still at the scene, and when they approached it, they discovered Javier and Juan's bodies inside. A $50,000 reward was offered for information leading to
They tried that shit in the shop, but to little success.
No
bullshit. They said that shit was good.
June 12th, 2022, there was a takeover at the intersection of Stockwell Street and Wilmington Avenue in Compton. At around 11:40, a man named Trayshawn was driving home. He was traveling around 50 miles per hour and had a green light as he drove through the intersection. Moments later, a red Honda pulled out in front of him, causing a crash. Trayshawn was shaken up. He unbuckled his seatbelt, got out of his car, and saw a large group of people in the street. A man exited the driver's seat of the Honda and fled the scene. The body of an 18-year-old woman named Jennifer Flores was found inside the car, and the body of a 20-year-old woman named Michelle Gonzalez was found lying on the street. She had been hanging out the window of the Honda during the crash and was ejected from the vehicle. City officials and law enforcement said there wasn't a takeover at the time of the crash, but neighbors insist there was and say there's one nearly every weekend at the intersection. On the night of Sunday, August 14th, 2022, a 15-year-old young man named Joshua Montez was attending a takeover, along with his friends and girlfriend, at the intersection of 135th Street and Avalon Boulevard. Just before midnight, gunfire erupted. Joshua was hit twice. The crowd scattered and fled the scene, including his friends and girlfriend. A nurse who lived nearby and two passersby went to Joshua's aid and applied pressure to his wounds. 911 was called, and police and paramedics took over 30 minutes to arrive. He was then transported to the hospital, where he underwent emergency surgery. As the night went on, and Joshua still had.
Bro, you gotta think about it. He was already waiting, bro.
And the police officer
niggas like, imagine being in a crowd of niggas and then you get shot. Everybody else scattered. You just on the ground laying, waiting for help.
No bullshit.
Like,
you don't know when anybody gonna call the cop. Like, you just out there and you trying not to lose consciousness, bro. You just literally trying your hardest.
That shit sick work,
bro.
But they do have a version of street takeovers called teen takeovers, where 100 to 200 niggas run downtown and start shit. That sound like the most Chicago shit. I believe it, bro.
Yo, what the fuck?
You niggas are just menaces.
Yo, Chicago niggas. Yo, nah, that's insane work, bro.
Imagine that's 200 YNs downtown, bro. I think they might send the guard to fucking Baltimore if we did some shit like that.
No bullshit. No bad.
They might send in the military.
Yo, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. We too close to the capital, yo. They really gonna put martial law in this bitch. They might really start.
For real. They gonna act like this an armed revolution.
No bullshit. They'll let us kill each other.
Running downtown, starting shit. I know y'all over there fighting, probably stealing. Couple YNs masked up, switchy. I know it get bad.
Yo. No bad. The cops probably scared to even try to stop them niggas, bro.
For real.
Niggas like, I gotta make it home today. I can't take a head tap.
YNs got more artillery than the cops.
A few hours later, Joshua Montez was pronounced dead. On Christmas night, 2022, there was a takeover on the 40 Crenshaw Boulevard and Florence Avenue. There were over 100 people present. Among the attendees was a 24-year-old woman named Eliza Oaxaca. At around 9 p.m., a Chevy Camaro was doing donuts in the intersection when the driver lost control and crashed into a nearby tow truck that was providing blockage for the event. The The Camaro then spun into a crowd of spectators. The driver exited the car and fled the scene. Eliza had been standing nearby during the crash and was hit by the Camaro. She was transported to the hospital, where she was pronounced dead. Eliza was a nursing student and loved cars. She fell in love with car culture after seeing The Fast and the Furious and would always go to car meets and other events. Detectives arrived at the scene and began their investigation. They impounded the Camaro and tracked down the tow truck driver and impounded the truck. Surveillance video from a gas station at the intersection showed numerous people limping and being helped to their cars after the crash, but none of them reported the accident or made themselves known to detectives. A few days later, investigators announced a $50,000 reward for information leading to the Camaro driver's arrest, and the tips began pouring in. They then received the name of the suspect. He was a 28-year-old man named Dante Chappell Young. Detectives learned that he went on the run after the crash and tracked him through multiple cities in Southern California, then to Arizona, and finally to New Mexico. On January 13th, 2023, a task force arrested Dante just outside of Albuquerque and charged him with Eliza's murder. On the night of February 19th, 2023, a 27-year-old man named Raymond Olivares and his fiancée Maria threw a get-together at their New
I think it might be the capital in New Mexico too.
As the night winded down, the guests began leaving. Raymond and Maria walked some of their friends to their car. After doing so, they were walking back across Avalon Boulevard when the car came racing down the street and hit Raymond and Maria at 70 miles per hour. Raymond's legs were pinned under the car and he was dragged down the street. At the same time, another car was driving in the opposite direction and ran over the upper half of his body, splitting him. Maria was transported to the hospital, where she remained in a coma for weeks and required numerous surgeries on her arm,
You ain't hear that shit, bro?
She needs and Maria was transported and ran over the upper half of his body, splitting him in two. Maria was transported to the hospital, where she remained in a coma for weeks and required numerous surgeries on her arm, jaw, and leg.
That's so gruesome.
She now lives with chronic pain and PTSD. She stated, "Raymond was a great guy, very hardworking, very loyal, very determined, and I don't have him no more. He's not with me. I go to sleep and I'm like, it's just a dream, it's just a dream, and it's not." Raymond was a civil engineer and Maria is a school teacher. The two had been together since they were 14 years old and planned to get married that December and start a family. Police later arrested the driver, a 21-year-old man named Alan Herrera, and charged him with vehicular manslaughter. He had been arrested over a dozen times, and his mother had just bailed him out of jail 6 weeks prior to the accident. He was fleeing a nearby takeover that had been broken up by police when he hit the couple. Alan was sentenced to 5 years in prison. Raymond would have celebrated his 28th birthday a few months later on May 21st, but instead, his family hosted a memorial event where they shared memories of him and spoke about the dangers of street racing and takeovers.
This was really a bittersweet event in a lot of ways. Family and friends gathered together to share what they loved most about Raymond on what should have been a celebratory evening.
He is my whole life. Every day there was laughter, smiles, and fun. I miss him so much.
Maria Rivas Cruz should be planning her wedding to her high school sweetheart, Raymond Olivares. Tonight, they should also be celebrating his 28th birthday, but instead, family and friends are remembering his life.
We had so many plans. And he's not here anymore.
On the night of Friday, July 19th, 2024, there was a takeover at the intersection of 54th Street and Western Avenue. Among the attendees was a 15-year-old young man named Sergio Villa and his friend, another 15-year-old. Just after midnight, they were sitting in a car watching the show when 3 armed men approached them and demanded their jewelry, money, and other valuables. The men then ran to a black Honda. As they made their escape, one of the robbers aimed a gun at the teenagers and opened fire multiple times. Both were hit and driven to the hospital, where they were each listed in critical condition. A few hours later,
one of them niggas
Sergio
checked out.
Villa
You catch a hat for
dead.
no reason.
His friend
Like, that's
went on to recover.
That's a hat for
In
no reason.
2024, a joint task force
doing
arrested a
shit.
20-year-old man named Eric Quintana. Eric ran an Instagram page called Private
That's dumb as
Meets
shit.
and had over 60,000 followers. Investigators believe he used the platform to blast out the locations of 16 takeovers, and at those events, there was violence, smash and grabs, robberies, and vehicle thefts. It's also alleged that he promoted the takeover on Crenshaw and Florence, where Eliza was killed. Eric was charged with 16 counts of conspiracy. Sergeant Arnold Castellanos of the LAPD Street Racing Task Force said this type of prosecution is the first of its kind and a necessary step. He stated, "Street takeovers have evolved into so much more than just doing donuts. Over time, car clubs have formed. These car clubs compete against each other to see who has the better drivers and can bully other drivers out of the pit. This has escalated tensions and has resulted in the car clubs acting like gangs." LA County District Attorney Nathan Hawkman said, "The charges against Eric are just the beginning of a broader
I'm not gonna lie, that's ridiculous.
effort to rein in street
gangs.
racers."
Like, what the
Hawkman
fuck?
said that the takeovers attract large and unruly crowds, which commit secondary crimes in the areas where they take place. He stated, "People like Quintana are the ones bringing together the street racers and spectators. They are as responsible and accountable for the crimes being committed as all the other participants in the conspiracy." Eric pled
Alright,
not
that's
guilty
kinda
in early
dicky,
June of 2025 and is due back in court in July. Each count carries a minimum of 16 months in prison, and if convicted, he faces a minimum of 10 years.
Damn.
In September of 2024,
Just for organizing that
decade.
shit. Like, that's
Just for putting that shit together, bro.
California Governor Gavin Newsom signed legislation to impose stricter penalties and strengthen law enforcement.
Hey, Chad, when you organize events that got most
The new
checkouts,
laws
though, it's
allow for
like,
suspension of
damn.
participant licenses for at least 90 days and up to 6
Damn.
months, as well as the impoundment of participants and spectator vehicles for an extended amount of time, in addition to possible jail time and fines. Newsom stated, "Takeovers are reckless, criminal activities that endanger our communities. We have seen too many people killed or hurt at these events. Today, we are sending a clear message to anyone considering participating in or attending them. Stricter penalties are in place." Politicians and law enforcement hope the new measures will put an end to takeovers, but most say that's just wishful thinking. Takeovers are bigger than ever, not only in LA, but in many.
Yo, 2K26 gameplay trailer drop. I want to watch it. I know that
Oh
shit
God,
gonna be ass.
we
Let's
should
watch
do that
that.
shit on stream. Let's watch it on stream.
We gonna get to that. Oh wait, yeah. That's the stream ender. Never mind. Yeah.
We get
Let
this and
niggas
then
see
that.
this.
We get this and then that, then right?
Hell yeah.
Oh Lord.
Check that shit out. We probably not even gonna watch it all the way.
Oh, this game looks.
Yeah, niggas gonna be slow this year. Okay. I'm nigga nah.
Yeah, this one be super slow.
Oh, they still got them animations.
And heads catch and shoot, I don't believe y'all. Y'all always say that. We gonna see.
Please tell me they added back fucking number releases, or at least they added follow throughs on niggas shots.
Bro, they're not adding back number releases.
Bro, I'm so tired of using these niggas jumpers and they have no follow through on they shot. Like, bro, you're in the NBA. Follow through, my nigga.
I don't know if it's coming up.
That shit is ridiculous.
Defense gonna piss me off this year. Recovery, defensive recovery. That mean they gonna think he was still so shortly. Ew, no. No. Improved rhythm shooting?
That shit needed to be nerfed, bro.
That shit needed to be deleted.
No bullshit. Take out time and line.
Oh god.
Yo, they gonna make you time everything too this year. We gotta time layups.
Literally layups, jumpers, everything.
This game's gonna be ass, man. I'm still buying it.
Cause I already pre-ordered it. This game gonna be so cheap.
I'm about to pre-order that shit next check, yo.
7 days early, starting off till August 29th. Chat, I'm gonna be there. I already got my shit. I'm gonna be there.
Actually, how long is this stream, chat? It's already an hour 30.
Nah. Chat, we can get y'all scary, spooky, serious times. Chat, this how my light. This how my lighting looking at the damn storm.
Hey, bro. My eyes starting to hurt. That shit frying me a little bit. I'm in a quick music chat. We're not doing that today.
What we getting into, Mud?
I don't even know, bro.
I thought we getting into streaming.
100 racks. And there was 10 grand short. And you
want that shit back.
Why is y'all trolling me, bro? Bro, I just gotta answer the question, bro. When you be around me, you be like, yo, young boy really burnt. Like, young boy really don't like he out his marble.
Chat, FS the Bender dot hour long American Confidential week. Hey, deception.
Like Beanie Siegel and AR Ad before him, FS the Bender presents as a brash, gives no fucks type of person.
Why
Yassine
FS
Brown,
say shit
led by
like
his
that,
character,
bro?
FS the Bender, has become a top person. AR Ad before
Hold on.
FS the Bender presents as a brash,
Look at
gives
the
no fucks type of
man.
person. Yassine Brown, led
Bro,
by his
say,
character,
bro,
FS the
speak
Bender,
here.
has become a topic of conversation when it comes to Philly drill.
And one thing that's interesting about FS
Yeah,
is
FS
that
has been
he got a
associated
loyal
with
fan
YBC,
base.
yeah.
And that made me pay attention to him more than I used to. Figured I talk
Hell yeah,
about
buddy.
everything that's going on, the state of things, and
I
just
think
what
at
he
least
thinks.
we
Because
gonna
I'm
learn.
constantly
If
telling
the
other
FS has
people's
been the
stories.
story.
I figured I'd give people a chance to kind of speak for themselves on certain situations. We are talking about very serious things and very serious
Oh, you
issues
got
that
a
go
YBC
on in
channel,
the
I guess,
city.
yeah.
Murder, gang
Damn,
violence.
so
all
what, he
that
got
stuff.
FS in the
People say
interview?
he's one of the biggest
Wait,
perpetuators of the drill music and the violence through his music. I just gotta treat him like a regular person, you know. And when I'm talking to him, I can't act like he's done
Damn.
something that I don't know
Damn.
that he's done. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that.
She was popping at the corner
Here's
hitting you at
FS
your
the Bender
crib.
and American Confidential. I think this is recorded on October 5th, 2024. All right, so
Dang,
we just gonna
October
hop right
4th,
into it.
2024. Nigga, what took you
it's
so long?
There's a couple quotes I've heard you say in other interviews that I want you to
Chat, what took
clarify
this
for
nigga
me a
half a
little
year
bit,
to
just
drop
to
this?
kind of, you know what I mean,
Literally,
give me a
you said this
perspective on
nigga
what
8
you was
months
thinking
to
when you
drop
said
this.
it. Now you said my
Nah,
music make
10 months.
motherfuckers want to go out and do something. I noticed when I drop a tape, the murder rate rise.
That's the stats, though. You go check the stats on that shit, man.
Yeah, I mean, but
I
so
done been incarcerated with a nigga that said, bro, I just was listening to you. Like, you just dropped, right? And I was like, yeah. Nigga, like, bro, I was listening to that shit before I just got in here. I was in the Johnny just listening to you before, you feel me? I'm like, damn, Scrap, I
believe
make
it.
you want to be like that.
I believe it 100%. I believe.
After the death of his
Bro, I was
close
in a
friend,
Johnny
Bobby C.
listening to you
Dool,
before I went
FS has
to the drill.
vowed to continue to carry the torch for the gang and keep them relevant on the internet and in the
Nigga said,
streets.
you gave me inspiration.
With his last
Go
2
ahead,
videos
brother.
on YouTube racking up over 1 million
For real.
views at the time of this recording, and with his channel in total having over 4 million views, people are watching. In this video, we try to figure out why he is semi-popular and has gone viral on TikTok for his insensitive
What the fuck
lyrics,
is that nigga
and
hitting?
why his popularity is where it is and what it says about our culture.
You taking a break to
I
celebrate,
can't listen to all drill
bro.
music, bro. I promise you, I
Absolutely.
can't. I'm not a fan. I'm somebody that report on
2
this shit,
seconds
so
away from
I
swapping
have
the
to
Yeah, I
listen to it for
can't
my
listen to
job.
all drill music. I was just listening to Brent Fayez before me and you got on this call.
Oh yeah, yeah. See, that's man. Let it go, bro. Let your personality out, man. Like what niggas want you to be, what you trying to be. You mean? I know you now you a rapper, you got an image and shit, but you mean, do what you do. That's what's up. But
I'm
yeah,
a person at the end of the day, Scrap. All this shit is actually, I'm a person. I'm a regular nigga at the end of the day outside of all this shit.
Yassine
Real shit,
Brown, or
Real
FS
beginning
the
to be regular
Bender,
niggas.
some calling
No
Fat
bad.
Seam, Fat Stupid, Fat Ball. He goes
Fat
by a bunch
C.
of different nicknames.
Fat Bull.
One that he's trying to get the stick with recently is King of the YN. YN, or young nigga, is a term that came out of nowhere maybe 2 or 3 years ago. To me, it describes the young bulls up to no good. And without me hand-wringing about the meaning of the phrase too much, it has stuck on.
FS the Bender, I'm like the leader of the YNs now. I'm not really like a YN anymore. I'm the leader of them. So like, you know, yeah.
You made me think. I might rethink my introduction.
You got to. You got to come with your A game.
I'm the leader of the YNs. FS the Bender.
Bender calls himself King of the YNs because he's the walking embodiment of what people mean when they say YN. He's raw, unapologetic, extremely controversial, and goes against every single societal norm what a large percentage of the population adheres to. But as we all know, controversy is what sells. And Kasim Brown is betting on controversies to change his situation. Born in North Philly in the 11th and Norris Projects, FS claims 10th and Thompson or TNC as well as 11th Street. His father was from 11th Street, but cousins and close friends were from 10th and Thompson. He says that's where he jumped off the porch at in his teenage years, and those are his day ones. Sean was always described as intelligent and had good grades in school. His life was going to shape the path he went down, however. They don't call him Fat Sean for nothing, and as a kid, his weight prevented him from playing football with kids his age.
10th and Thompson, now, and there's a lot going on up there, and I was asked, no, I'm not even gonna say that.
Not really, I wouldn't say it. It ain't nothing going on over there. That shit really dead now. Like everybody going there, everybody either dead or serving their time in jail. Like that shit really done now. Like I be trying to save it, but I'm living off memories, bro. I can't say that shit.
Now, when you say you can't save it and it's already dead, does that mean like you're not involved? Like you're done with all that? You're not involved?
That's my block forever. I love that block. I got that shit engraved on me. That shit gonna forever be that shit a part of me. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I'm just now learning this shit. Like my friends is dead, motherfuckers that I done started this shit with, they in jail, and then you feel me? I know I can't relive none of that shit. I can't get these back. So it's just like, just let that shit go. Just let it, take it for what you got out of it.
Nigga had to hit a block refresh
and just let that shit go. So that's
okay.
You know what? That's really how it be sometimes.
Referring to.
That's what you're referring to. Got you.
The block, friends.
Having to play with kids older and more aggressive than him discouraged him from playing sports. His home life was one of struggle. Raised by a single mom who adored him, Sean didn't have many positive male influences in his life.
Was there a mom and dad in the house? What did FS life look like growing up?
A majority of my mom and my grandma, for real. My pop tried to be there, but he was in and out of jail, shit like that. And at a certain point in time, I started to lose respect for him. So it was like, I can't really, nigga, my mom, my pop, my grandma, my pop, that's just what I had. But I got respect for my pop. I got a lot of respect for my pop because he played a part, and you feel me? So I can't never leave him out. But this is my mom, my grandma, bro.
When you say your dad played a part, like, could you expound on that a little bit more?
Just like his mistakes tighten me up a lot.
I like that vocabulary, boy.
Like even though I made a lot of the same mistakes my pop made as far as going to jail and shit like that, but just like, and I can say he did his little shit to make me a man though. Just as far as like just structure, like shit that a lot of motherfuckers probably didn't have that I know I got that I'm grateful to have.
Okay, no, I respect that. Thank you for that answer. All right, so Pop left you with something to think about at least, right? You said mom and grandma. Could you tell me a little bit about mom?
Yeah, my mom really like the game. So my mom always gave me the game for what it was. So my mom would never let me walk into a situation blind. She would always tell me like, listen, you gonna do it, but this was gonna come with it. And since you choosing to do it, certain shit not an option. Like since I was a kid, like before the streets, my mom always told me you get disowned for telling. Like I love you to death. You came out of me. If it's any like ever anything funny, like, you can't be my baby no more. I got disowned you. Like that shit stuck on me forever. Like that was just like some gangster shit to hear from my mom. My pop ain't never even told me shit like that. My mom told me that shit for me. So it's just like she just like That's my pop too, bro. She gave me that mom and dad side. Like she ain't never just keep it one way to me. You feel me?
Now, was it like seeing you could smoke in the house, but just make sure you smoke in the house. Like don't go outside, get into no bullshit out there. You want to smoke, bring the niggas to the crib. She was that type. Yeah, all right, I got you.
I don't want you smoking outside. Now these motherfuckers all in your face like, yeah, this actually son smoking. He don't got no respect. He smoking in front of us. Man, go in your room, smoke that shit.
Okay. I'm starting to get the feeling like she always would bail you out of jail and shit, or she would leave your ass in there.
Yeah. Or if she couldn't bail me out of jail, she getting that paper together. She doing whatever she gotta do. She calling whoever she gotta call.
FS has stated in interviews he looked at his life, quote, realistically at an early age and decided that high esteemed jobs weren't for him. This type of internal assessment of life happens subconsciously a lot of the times.
That's so real though, Chad. Okay,
what are some of the factors that are keeping young black kids, especially black boys, from pursuing careers of prestige? Many young black boys face significant barriers that discourage them from pursuing prestigious careers, including educational inequality and economic hardships. They're often confronted with negative stereotypes, lower expectations from teachers and family members, and limited exposure to positive role models who look like them, which can reduce their confidence and ambition. Financial struggles, along with pressure to quickly contribute to the family economically, often prevent them from taking the longer path through higher education or specialized training. Additionally, disproportionate school discipline, limited mentorship opportunities, and untreated trauma due to exposure to violence further hinders FS's and other kids like him the ability to focus on and achieve long-term career goals. According to data from the U.S. Department of Education, black students are suspended and expelled at rates 2 to 3 times higher than their white peers, often for similar or lesser offenses. These disciplinary practices contribute a great deal to the school-to-prison pipeline, pushing those affected students into cycles of academic underachievement, dropout, and involvement with the criminal justice system. These biases from schools, often rooted in implicit racial stereotypes, viewing young black men and boys as inherently disruptive or aggressive, which reduces their opportunities to succeed academically and pursue prestigious careers. In order to put FS's life in proper context, I have to give all the background and external forces in the city that had an effect or were happening independent of his daily experiences. With that said, at home, I honestly can't say what his life was like. As I said earlier, he was extremely close with his mom, and she seemed to co-sign his moves on the streets. She 100% backs his rap ambitions as well.
They knocked the shit out of Joe. Joe ain't been the same since. They knocked the shit out of him. They knocked the mother Sonic toys out of him. You hear me? That wasn't right what they did to Joe.
Dude said they overcooked the nigga. That shit was tragic how they did the move.
Hold up. Yo, you know what you gotta put in this song? You gotta put Ryan in it. Can't keep and the secret weapon. I said, jump on my legs were MIA.
Is she telling him to dare? Is she telling him to dare? I was putting the track.
You got. I want you to say the opposite. What kind of punishment is that? You said cruel one. You said they fiending for one. You said they fiending for glutton for punishment. Oh, they did do be glutton for punishment. Glutton for punishment.
Oh no, I'm tripping.
The next thing, you gotta talk about how 2 days I go through the rank at TJC. You gotta talk about it. All right. 2 days back to back. All right. Come on, 2 days back to back. Ain't got my let's believe I'm punching on these. You gotta talk about it. It was just me and Lord cut. Shaka said, "No, you are not going to get tried to death. Is this a rap video?" He said, "Yeah." Boy, Shaka wasn't handling that shit, bro. No. Shaka said, "You ready to shoot a video or go to court?" Everybody trying to get this shit over with, bro. Got it. You already made it. You can jump off the niggas for you. But you make it rude to make it cool. You like, you make it cool to jump off the niggas for you. But I do make it even cooler to bring 20 with you to court. something like that, 20 deep, something like that. In the midst of you talking about the record that y'all posted in 2 days, you gotta incorporate how you made it cool for the niggas to jump out for you, that you made it even cooler to go to court with. I'm about to talk about all my killers that I got. No, what's wrong with you talking about that? You gotta switch it up. I'm about to tell them about killers they ain't heard about in years. They about to be like, he said, sure. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So you, first of all, keeping them in secret weapons, but you bring it up niggas that retired in it. Sure, retired ball player. Sure, retired ball player. What are you doing here? Sure, got job at Temple. Ready for me? I pay killers because my name good. I got killer name. I got my favorite killer.
Went to school, high school in North Philly?
I went to school outside of North Philly one time. I went to KIP, 58 from Baltimore, 59 from Baltimore. I graduated when I went to jail, like my 3rd time going to jail.
Hey, no, I heard you was a smart ball, bro.
Yeah, I try.
No, like, I heard you was smart.
I'm not no dumb nigga, bro. I just always like, bro, school ain't for everybody, bro. Some of the shit they taught me in school, I'm never gonna apply in real life anyway, bro. I know what I gotta do to survive in life. Like, that's all I'm worried about, bro. I got the skills to survive in life.
You got the skills to survive in life. Okay. All right. If you wasn't rapping, what would you be doing?
Anything I could to make $1 that wasn't going against my morals.
Heard that. All right. So high school, graduated, boom, got out of jail. All right. Then you started rapping. It seemed like 2021, right? Or was you rapping before that? That's the first video I could find.
Just about 2021.
Hold on. Just so we call quad and we. That's not outside your morals, mod.
That ain't outside his morals.
Nah, let me
see.
All right.
You did your homework. That's the last time I jumped out. That's just me personally. I don't know about nobody else. I don't know what y'all doing. But when I get out them cars, a lot of people get shot. I know one person. I let this chopper spin and niggas know just how I get. And this is straight disrespect. This is not, I ain't getting no haircut. So we drop a Y, I ain't gonna get a haircut. So me and my group of niggas drop a Y, I ain't getting no haircut. Y'all see me just bounce out all fresh with a wine and all that. I'm like, damn, they dropped the wine. And I don't use switches. I pop out and triggers, you hear what I'm saying to you? And a lot of people get shot when I get out of cars. I'm doing all that trunk shit y'all want.
This nigga said I pop out and fuck
whatever.
triggers.
And I've been on some chilling shit. You know, stop with them. Somebody died.
With all the outside factors accounted for, the choices were then left up to Fat Scene. He chose the most adversarial route possible. Strap up, join a gang, diss the dead, go to jail, get shot, shoot people, sell drugs, do drugs, and make music that people have called demonic and maniacal. None of that has to do with systemic racism or outside forces. These are all choices he chose to make. And at age 22, he was a part of, lived through, and is here to tell you about the most violent years in Philadelphia history. His beef in North Philly is what got him shot before. Being a part of one of the most deadly gang wars in Philly history, YBC vs CCK has taken over the drill culture. But Fat Scene's roots in drill rap start in North Philly.
He like the hot, I like finding shit. I hit his head, now he dead. Told the bros like we got a Vic. This Drake can go through all kinds of shit, yeah. I've been shooting for a minute, they say I need a scholarship. Tell my homie I'm chillin', I been trying to stay on my dean, but I'm drilling again. Cause it give me a feeling, go to sleep chillin', I wake up a villain again. Living like Call of Duty, every time I look up it's time for a mission again. Niggas know that they be missing they kin, wishing that he could come visit again. On my mom, I shot a nigga with his gat and he ain't blow back. On my mom, I shot a nigga with my mom and he ain't blow back. And I'm tired of smoking niggas down north, bro, where the fro at? She told the guy she got a drop, I'm shooting up, bitch, where that low at? From the 10 and hit his body, now he panicking. He an instant threat, we spent his block and then he scrambling. Bitch, we got bar heads, load up them Glocks and paint it red again. Once I get that low, you know FS jump out that van again. Grab the Glocks and spin they block and hit him up. He keep talking all this gangsta shit, he ain't do shit to us. And don't be trying pedal bikes, we run shit down and send shit up. Go ask the last op, his name was Gunner and I think he stuck. 33 inside his blick, he on some Scotty Pimpin' shit. I'ma shoot you with your fucks, I don't give a fuck who you with. You keep hiding behind these 10-6-2s, go through the shit.
Scene started dropping music videos in 2021. You can hear he had a completely different flow back then. The yelling and more aggressive sound didn't start until late 2022 and 2023. But once he found his sound and style and what we know as his persona, it was off to the races.
Smoking gonna lag. We need another string. Them pussies hit me on my leg, they should've hit my head. In 2020, I shot a nigga in his fucking man. Bitch, don't ask me who I'm smoking, bitch, this gunna man. He out here stuffing, claim he's stuffing cause his brother did.
FS didn't take rap very seriously at first. He was knee deep in the streets, and it seems like that's what he would focus on. FS the Bender started to gain a little traction in 2022. In late 2021, he was featured on a YBC group tape called Teammates. Fans of YBC know this tape was instrumental in introducing YBC to the world and their brash, give no fucks attitude. YBC were some of the first in Philly to start dissing by name, and FS is included in that. In 2020, it wasn't really a thing to say names and diss the dead by their names on tracks. Artists like YBC Duel, F5, Reach 1200, and FS the Bender were the ones that made it acceptable.
Fuck, I look like smoking Rizzy out the pound, but you know I'm smoking Trolley out the pound. They found Lil Buddy in that playground. But roll all the strands up, they all hit. Them 4-4 niggas can't accept the fact they main event. Them 4-9 niggas sick cause Trolley got hit in the shit. Then now I know what's up with us cause Fro got added to the list. The first one hit his body, then they gave his ass a 10. Q Rizzy got hit up inside his head, he did a dance. I told my youngin' when you slide, bring the Vic back.
Off one play, they spinning back to back on a month on a Sunday. They spinning back to back on a 9, that's the gun range. Bitch better shit like she off the runway. Let a nigga try to reach for my chain, you hit that gun spray. How the fuck Tom let the switchy off twice in one day?
How the fuck he let the switchy go off twice in one day?
City, but I got switchy, run down on the eye for bucks and make him feel it. Stop the distance. Everybody in my section know I'm really with it. All these switches that we got and all these bitches got extensions. Hey, free my niggas, contact grab us up and no, we ain't do no bitching. All my niggas fighting bodies, hell no, we ain't do no snitching. Last I missed it, free my brother, his name 5, he leaving twitching. DOA dead on the rival finger, fuck, don't need no switches.
No, alright, so alright. You started rapping 2021. 2022 is around when we started meeting like F5 and all them, I'm guessing. No, F5. You said you was cool with a lot of niggas beforehand, but you just started meeting them other niggas in the 2022 and Duel and all them, right? Like you
2020 was when we 2020, 2021 when we all started to meet each other. Everything started to fall in line.
Yeah.
By 2022, this shit was already in order. Like I was, you feel me?
No, I've been here since the beginning, bro. You know what I mean? I done watched the whole thing progress. You know what I mean? All the way to the day from that first song.
Yo, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, God.
Alrighty, I'm trying.
I was in your 2K, bro.
Hell yeah. I'm with that. Alright, Chad, we gonna catch y'all in the next stream, man.
We love y'all.
We love y'all. Appreciate y'all for coming through, man. Y'all the real MVPs. I'm falling right.
We love y'all so much. Appreciate y'all.
Never forget it.
Not